How's everybody doing tonight? We're here on a Wednesday this time around to play us some more Jiggies of Time. I've been thinking about a lot of this game since I streamed it last week, so I'm excited to get back into it. Last time we left off, we completed 4 of the worlds of the game, and now we're moving on to the fish domain, Zora's domain. And then from there, who knows what we have in store for us tonight. There's a lot going on, and I guess it was a very fitting timing to be picking a game based on Ocarina of Time because of the news that dropped yesterday, in particular with a Nintendo Direct. We have an Ocarina of Time remake in the works, so I know it's going to be coming up here and there. I'm going to give some of my thoughts about that tonight because it's a little thematical for what we're doing, playing a Ocarina of Time based game, not actual OOT, but close enough. So I'll give some of my thoughts about it. I know people are probably going to ask, but for the most part, I'm going to just be focused on playing the Jiggies of Time world stuff, get more into the game's world and story and such. I want to get my overall thoughts about all the gaming news that happened this past week or so. I'm going to hold off on that one, though, until tomorrow's stream at Mario Kart World. I think that'll make a lot more sense, as that game has a lot of downtime with us running around the free roam. So I'm going to save a lot of my thoughts for all the other news for that day. So, with that said, go ahead, swap over and get started with our Banjo of Time gameplay. So as of right now, we have 47 Jiggies and 400 notes. That's looking very healthy. That's almost half of the collectibles in the game, at least on Jiggy front. Because if I'm not mistaken, this Jiggies of Time ROM hack has the same amount of Jiggies and notes that the base Banjo game has. That's what I like to assume. But let's just go ahead, go right to Zora's domain. Since we got the shortcut open up at home, we can just jump right into our treasure chest and go right to Zora's domain. I should probably, though, turn around real quick and grab me the treasure chest here, so we get that extra life to start. Hey Kira, how you doing? Right on into the fish's world. There definitely ain't fish here, that's for sure. I don't remember seeing mines in my Zora's domain. Zora's got a lot more defensive over the years, to say the least. Makes sense when the main hero's MIA. They just get stuck with Bear and Bird. Alright, so the shop is a thing. Although, this is definitely not the shop I'm familiar with. This is a slide level. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, but it's not actual sliding. Never mind, it is. It doesn't slide, though, until, yeah, you're in the wrong direction like this. Okay, good to know. So that works just like the lava back in the Death Mountain Trail level, where if we fall down, we'll just get restarted back in the beginning. How about I didn't miss this? F-Zero X. Kind of a random spot to put F-Zero, but alright. I guess Zora's like racing. In particular, fast racing. No complaints about that. I love F-Zero. Oh, okay. How am I going to do this? The jump timing on this is not going to be fun. I should probably just constantly jump. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that area to be the frozen part. I was expecting to go into Zora's Fountain and find something there frozen, but alright, sure. This is blocked off in the future with red ice. So it does technically freeze in the shop, just not this much. Ah, crap. Oh, okay, nice recovery. I don't mind sliding as long as I can recover from it. And I kinda can. It's just kind of nerve-wracking. I am so glad I'm playing with the note saving on Banjo Recompiled. Because something like this, if it didn't have note saving right now, and I would be falling every other second, I would hate this so much. I knew it. I knew there was a thing back here. And we made it. Okay, that wasn't as bad once I started to get a hang of the controls, but it was very nerve-wracking. And that just takes me up to the top. Okay. So the other thing is the Mumbo token. I do want to grab that while I'm here, just to give me an extra token. So I might as well do this real quick. And as soon as we get the token, we can just fall. Also, I want to see, can I get this? Nope, you had to jump from that side. You can't just go from right to left. Unfortunately, I did slam, so that counts as death. As a reminder, you can't die in those kind of sections when you fall, because it voids you out before you fall down into the abyss. But if you ground pound, you're going fast enough, and then it kills you. So you actually hit the death plane. It's very weird. I don't know why there's a death plane in that area at that point. But it's probably just how Banjo Kazooie's main design works. I guess you just couldn't get rid of it. Alright, let's try this one more time. I want the token because I don't know how many tokens I need per transformation. This game does seem to require more of them than base Banjo Kazooie. So it doesn't hurt to go back and just grab one extra to be safe. There you go. Now if we just fall normal and don't slam ourselves down, I don't die. It's a really weird concept. Like putting the bird here in particular, it's like a nice fake out. That's where a heart piece would have been normally, but no, it's just an enemy. And over here is technically a Song of Storms grotto, but nothing in this section. That looks like another frozen thing down there, but it's small. This is probably where they give you Walrus, if I had to bet. Because of the ice stuff, it just kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, I can't fit down there. So that's definitely the transformation area. Similar to Mario 64. I think it's kind of similar. I just noticed this door. This is different. Kind of a random thing, though. Well, now I'm gonna need one of these. But, yeah, no, like, Out of Bounds is weird in Mario 64, because, yeah, it does have floor, but you go so far down, there's a void plane. I know there's floor, because I've collected stars before in, like, randomizers by falling down like that, and technically you can collect the star in a void, but the moment you're done collecting it, it kills Mario if you're still in the level. And it sucks, to say the least. I think it's like a similar system that Banjo's doing, I guess. He's got enough whips. That's a fake Jiggy. Of course, right up here where you can do the diving game normally. Another fake out. But let's just look around here, because there's also a Skulltula up here in the adult timeline. So I'm just seeing if they put anything up here. And no. I don't know what you can put up there, to be fair. Because without first-person aiming, there's nothing you can do on that ledge. Is that a rock in there? It is, so I need to go around somewhere probably before I can go through that hole. Man, King Zora looked very weird. Just a tentacle. At least you don't have to wait for a super slow walkie animation. That's not the music I was expecting? Alright, I mean... So for lore reasons, I guess this kind of makes sense, because Zora's domain is home of the fish people, which later turn into birds, the Rito. And this is just Dragon Roost music, which are the bird people in Wind Waker. So I thematical enough, I don't know. This is just a random poll to me. I'm sorry. But Dragon Roost music here doesn't really fit. It's just a good remix. Stop. I had a feeling. I had a feeling it'd be something up on one of these ledges. But can I even get that? It's too high. Even with rat-tat-rat. I can't get that because it's just too high up. I'll need to come back. Maybe there's a flight pad. It's another game underwater. What do we got this time? Is that Mario 2 USA? Sure enough. Did you know everyone makes the did you know comment about that game being Doki Doki? Had to do the joke. Everyone knows the story about that game already, so there's no reason to repeat it. I don't want to surface. I have like no air left. There's so many notes down here. Which I guess that's also a little bit thematical, because down here is where they put like a lot of green rupees to lead to a heart piece. They just like kind of sprinkle things all around the area. It's fun in an anime randomizer for Ocarina, because then you change out the rupees with enemies, and dear god. Imagine an iron knuckle being down here. That would actually make sense. Guy's heavy enough to walk underwater. But they're terrifying. Oh, I couldn't see the thing because of the camera. Alright, let's get some air. Why are you glowing? Is there a honeycomb nearby? I'm assuming so. Let me poop real quick. That went through that. Okay. Sure. I'm trying to destroy the whip because I think I can swim down there, but not if my eggs go through it. That's pretty worthless. I got the note here, right? Yes. Alright, turn around. This is a moment where I wish someone modded in the faster swimming that was in Banjo Kazooie into the recomp, because that would have made this so much better. That's one of the best things about the movement upgrade in the sequel game, is just holding down the A and B button to swim fast. It's technically an unlockable, but man, is it help when the game's pacing. Alright, there's another Jinjo, yet again in a small hole. Let's go check out a fairy fountain. This might just be another freestanding Jiggy. That's definitely not a fairy fountain. Where are we? Alright, well. The Four's Wind Fairy Fountain sure does look different. And in fact, it's just a mountain. Beach juice. Hang on. Game. Gotta look at it. Killer Instinct on the N64. I heard that one's actually pretty good. I just never really played much of it. The most I've played of a Killer Instinct game is actually the one on the Xbox One. I played a decent amount of that when I got my system back in the day, because it was just included with Xbox Live. So I just played a lot of that game. That's the most Killer Instinct history I even have. This is a very interesting area. I kind of wish I first-personed it now so I could have seen what we're doing. I guess I got my chance. I go over here. That leads up to a nest with an egg. So that's the egg from Bubble Gloop Swamp, I believe. Nothing up there besides a feather. I thought I saw a note before, but I guess the gold thing was just a feather. Yeah. Oh, this is a nightmare. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. At least I'm falling in the water. If that was land, I would have been dead. While I'm here, another one of these? Never mind. That was gonna be something more important. But I don't need honeycombs. Not yet, anyways. Nice invincibility. I pressed the buttons, it just didn't come out in time. It takes a moment for you to actually do the invincibility stuff in this game because of animations. I gotta crouch, and then Kazooie pulls out the wings. If I don't get the crouch out in time, that's GG's. Excuse me? Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I thought I was in a DK-themed area for a second. So, Donkey Kong is playing ukulele on the Switch. Fitting. Yoshi pooping an egg into the Jiggy. Nice touch there. Looks like there's a lot of Mario Kart 64 graphics on the wall. Because these are the character heads that you see in Rainbow Road. Minus the Yoshi. The Yoshi one's completely new. And whatever the heck this is. Some kind of a minigame. Do I... Wait, is this Bomb Shoot Bowling? Technically? Yeah, okay. They all say oops. Try again, bad luck, so these have fakes. Oh, I see. They're in different layers. Find my friends on levels 2, 3, and 4. Remember, you can aim better with the top C button. Purple bat? Wait, hang on. Wrong character, to take your eyes off the TV. Problem is, I don't know where to look. Because they're in different spots. So I guess I just do the hail. That door didn't open. These doors aren't opening. They're multi-layered, that's why. I thought it was a glitch for a second. This feels like Tower Tragedy. It kind of does, actually. I think it's just the theming. The colors are definitely pulling from Tower Tragedy, it feels like. Oh, wait. Alright, one more. I imagine this has got to be the same pattern every time, so once you find this crocodile shoot-in, then just go for it. You can kind of hear him. Yeah, there you go. I can just tell he's at least on the left or the right because of audio. Kind of hard to aim, though, because of the egg shooting in this being kind of wonky. Like, you can't really shoot forward all that easily. Because the eggs had this weird trajectory to them in Banjo Kazooie 1. It's kind of a glitch. And then there's the final thing, which that's the thing I have to poop in, I guess. Let me get some eggs. I used up a lot just trying to hit that final croc. Almost jumped right on top of it. That's unfortunate I missed. Alright, this has got to be something that hurts, right? Hey, buddies. Got any bananas? That's how to play that shooting game. Ah, well, unfortunately, I didn't actually talk to you first, so I kind of know what I have to do now. Should have talked to you first. Good luck, my chameleon friend. Yeah, he's really not paying attention to who he's actually talking to. Here, I'll destroy the Switch while I'm at it. Get the Switch too before it goes up in price, buddy. Alright, let me look around before I go any further. I gotta still go in the Jabu's stomach at some point. And I gotta go back up to that cave structure, see what else is up there. Mumbo token there on the pipe. Keep that one in mind. I'm gonna be doing a lot with that transformation later. That's a big whip. Doesn't matter how big they are. They still go down in 3 shots. This is very nerve-wracking. One wrong move and I would have just fell right there. Jinjo? Is that in this one? Yep. Thought I heard that correctly. Although it's kind of weird that's also a jump panel. I guess that's how I was supposed to actually get up there, but I took my own route. Yeah, I don't get the point of that one. I guess that's, again, how I was supposed to get back to the other platform. Some of these jump panels are in weird spots. Because you can just make the jumps normally. I would say that's the make sure people can make these jumps if they don't know how to get like extended distances like this. But the game also teaches you how to do that trick. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I need the transformation for that. Yeah, I know that a lot of these are, I believe, the Bubble Gloop huts in particular. Some of these are based off of the Mumbo ones. I didn't even see this here for first time. Like, kind of a combination of, like, both. I think you can still dictate what you put into these huts, though, because we've seen them also in Death Mountain Trail. But they worked as the ones in just Mumbo's Mountain. Okay. That was weird. I was saying, we just found those huts in Mumbo's Mountain where you have to destroy all of them to get that final Jiggy. Alright, I'll leave the air kind of calm. I'm gonna leave it. Now, in some ways, it's probably better that I didn't just play the Hyrule Field theme here, just like actual Ocarina, because Hyrule Field theme here, we've heard enough in this ROM hack. And this one's taken a lot of creative liberties with music. We've been pulling from so many different Zelda games, not just Ocarina, because we have music from Twilight Princess, Minish Cap, Wind Waker, as you can hear now. So the music pool in this is very diverse, which I do appreciate. Quite a lot, actually. Now, that's just to make sure I don't immediately fall off again. Let's take that one slow. Jiggy. I had a feeling that's just like the other ones. You had to destroy all the huts. So they use that gimmick again. I wonder if there's going to be any Skyward Sword music in this, because in terms of 3D games, they've pulled from a good chunk of the 3D games so far in the music pool. Would make me think what they would pull from the music, though. That's going to be fitting. It's going to depend on, like, the level. What kind of music they pull, obviously. We still have a lot more of the game left. This is technically World 5 we're in now. Alright, let's see what Bruntilda has for hints. First up, having trouble with the ice slide? Let go of the control stick and you go the right way, but beware of the snowmen. Oh, I didn't realize that. I was wondering why sometimes I slid and sometimes Banjo was able to just move on his own. Number 2, I think Boggy was trying to find the entrance to your next destination. Okay. And finally, your favorite blue item will be very handy in this level. That's the eggs. We kind of saw what that is. So the only other thing we haven't found yet is Boggy. I think this is where that Jiggy's gonna spawn. Let me go hit that Jiggy switch. Sure enough, so now I know how to get there. It's actually very easy. How much time do we have? 10 seconds? That's enough. Now let's do this very, very stressful climb again. I'll just wait. Alright, that was a good time for the jump. Alright, we're good. Oh, this thing's moving. Oh, well, that's kind of mean. Tiny shock pad, and it moves. Thanks. The egg that caused me so many problems in my washing machine only run. No problem here. I think I'm done out here. The only thing I didn't check was... Oh, hey! Never mind. Hang on. Got another thing. Got another little Easter egg here. Link Between Worlds on 3DS. That's a good game. I need to finish that someday, because I've only played a few dungeons worth. I was playing it around the time the Switch was coming out, so... My Zelda for 2017 kind of pivoted to, you know, one of the biggest Zelda games of all time. I don't think you can blame me from putting down the 3DS game, because that's when I got it. Alright, this is the only area to explore outside of this, and then it's just Jabu. Which I bet that's where we're gonna find Mumbo at this rate. Because I got all these little holes here and there, but I have no way of getting to them yet. So I'll have to come back here with the transformation, and it's gotta be in Jabu. That's a fair point to think of there, Kira. The only reason why I'm saying, oh, I could still probably use music like from Skyward Sword, because the sound font for this game is not the same as Ocarina of Time, so all the songs in this game had to be composed with the Banjo font in mind. So there's a lot of custom music made for this regardless. And because of that, they'd have to do custom music for any other song. Case in point with this one being completely different. Super Banjo Kart. And it's a Jiggy for the selection. That's nice. Even's got Banjo Kazooie's heads. Got a Sonic Life, Crash Bandicoot Life. These are Crash boxes in general. Is that supposed to be like raccoon ears, like for the Tanuki? Let me see. No, yeah, sure enough. Obviously, these are Mario blocks. Wing cap. We got the animal buddies from Donkey Kong. The bongos from Majora's Mask. Tetris blocks. What is this? On the controller, you press the A button, and then something happens, huh? Oh, hi, I'm gonna talk through the couch. Sure. Oh boy, what's wrong this time, Snowball? My dad, Boggy. He left a while ago, and he still isn't back. I've been here all alone. You know where he could have gone? I think he said something about some woods that were lost in some sort of hidden temple? Don't worry, Kroggy. We'll search high and low for him, won't we, Kazooie? Yeah, don't worry. We'll find him. Alive or otherwise. Kazooie's such a tease, / very demonic. You also see that's the wing cap down there. Got some items in the treasure box here from not just Mario World, but also just Mario 64 because of the star. 'Cause that's a Mario 64 star. And then the bagpipes from Deku and Majora. A lot of Easter eggs in this place. This is the Lost Woods puzzle. So there's a very specific path here. Oh, this is very low res, but I can work with it. Let me take a screenshot of this. That way I can just refer back at any time. So let me save screenshot. This is probably going to be very important later. That's how we get through the rest of the place. It's interesting, we gotta switch all the way from Lost Woods here in this level. I know, where's that Jinjo? I can hear him. No, nice. Oh, there he is. Is that possible to get? I think I might need the transformation to get you, because that doesn't look feasible without shrinking. Alright, let's just do the SNES thing. We fly into Super Mario Kart itself. Huh. This is Mario Circuit 2, I believe? Is this 2? Yeah, this is 2. And I guess I just go down this pipe, and that's the exit in particular? Okay, cool. So when I'm done, I can just go through the pipe. Is this a natural race, or... No. Oh, wait. What's a toilet doing here? I guess that's just spectators, because I also got one of the turtles from Bubble Gloop. So many bowls. Just chilling. Do the items do anything? Yes, but they're not all good. So I'm assuming the ones I'm seeing feathers poking out of are the only ones I should mess with. Everything else has got to be a trap. Yeah, these are technically supposed to be cows. I don't know if these ones in particular are supposed to be references to the Moo Moo cows, because they've used this one before. Just in one of the levels, but... We'll say for the sake of Mario Kart, yeah, those are Moo Moo cows. I don't know, though, like going back to Lost Woods thing, was that the exact pattern from the Mario RPG Lost Woods? Because it's been years since I last played that, so I don't remember its pattern off the top of my head. It's not looking like the same Lost Woods pattern from actual OOT. Okay. There's the podium. What was the point of this? Is it just to find that? Because I could have just come back here for this. I wouldn't have needed to go all around. Unless it's on timer. It is. Alright, I gotta go. And I can't go backwards. Now the race really begins. Pretend I have mushrooms. Because this is me going off-road. This is the longest golden mushroom I'll ever use. I think I'm supposed to have speed shoes for this, but I haven't found any. Can I jump over this? Dang it. I was hoping for, like, the error. Alright, yeah, I'm not doing this without speed shoes. It's impossible. So I need to see which one of those item boxes have speed shoes. One of them have to have it. You think you'd be better at racing cars? In your latest game, they're the main stars. I guess that's not wrong, technically, for Mario in particular, because the newest Mario is still Mario Kart World. And also, fitting for release the Bear and Bird spiritual successor because of that ukulele cart that was announced last week. Which, of all things, I'm surprised it's like a Super Mario Kart-based game. That's just kind of a weird one to me. It looks alright, I don't really have any interest in it myself. Probably just wait for sale. Alright, well, first try. I did not expect to find those in my first try. That's a really cool idea, though. Because the speed shoes aren't there when you walk on the platform, no matter what. You have to ground pound to activate them. It's not like a hidden floor, because I won't get them right now. That's really cool. I've never seen that before in a Banjo game. Because I played some other Banjo mods in the past, but I've never seen that kind of, like, item spawn mechanic. That's really cool. Oh, this is gonna be right at the buzzer. Oh, come on! I'm literally touching the Jiggy, dude. Oh, that's annoying. So I need to do something else, I guess, to get to that fast? Because I don't know how, I was not fast enough. I don't even think the pausing trick will work based on what I saw in the grunty theme park level. I'm so mad. Alright, so you listen to the path. It's a similar path, but not the exact same, so it's left, left, straight, and right in Mario. Okay, so it sounds like they changed like one, maybe two of the directions at most. I'm not trying that again. Wait. I'm not getting the shoes. Is that a one-time thing? No, I just didn't hit in the right spot. Okay. Cool idea. Jank execution. I'm not surprised for a fan game. That's like, I don't know, fan game 101, it feels like, for every time I play one of these. They always have that kind of weird problem. Nice weird layering effect. Alright, so start on the edge. Face the wrong way so that I can go Talon Trot immediately back to the course. Make sure you're basically in the middle of the question mark panel, and then ground pound it. I'm noticing how precise it is now. That wasn't in the middle, but good enough. I wish I could cut that turn more, but I didn't kill the whip. This I can tight real, like I can make it really tight. Oh yeah, no, this is a for sure victory this time. I'm gonna have a few seconds on the clock. And that's it. Now I can see why the other exit pipe is on the other side, because I could have just left with that pipe. Actually, before I leave, I'm gonna want to hit the other panels, because I have a feeling one of these could just be my honeycomb. Because I only have one honeycomb right now. I didn't find the other one yet. Well, there's an extra life, funny enough. Okay. Not finding my honeycomb here. I think I hit all of these now. Yeah, I don't want to do any more for very obvious reasons. The thoughts about the last week in news. Yeah, so I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I'm going to mainly talk about a lot of the specifics about it tomorrow's stream, because it's just going to be a lot of downtime at Mario Kart World. But I can give some of my thoughts. The big one was obviously the Ocarina thing, because it's thematical. It's been a good week for news, though. At least just to make a little short comment on it. There's been a lot of big things happening with like Sony State of Play, Microsoft's presentation thing. There was PC Gaming Show, Summer Games Fest, Nintendo Direct. Like, there's a lot of things in just a week. And there's a lot of good news. Next year's going to be a really good year for gaming. I'll just say that. This year is going to be a little slow until, like, the fall season. And then it's really going to start picking up because a lot of releases are going to be dropping all at once, it feels. But, no, like, things are looking good. I'm excited for a lot of different stuff. Like, from, at least, like, yesterday's stuff, I wanted to try Xenoblade for a few years, and I heard all the games getting updates. One of them was already live, like with the first game, so I just figured I'd grab it on Switch too. Now it seems like a great time if you're wanting to play those games, from what I can tell. Like, there's just a lot. I don't know all the specifics. That's why I'm gonna probably give more of my thoughts about it during Mario Kart tomorrow, because I need a list. There's been so many announcements, I legit don't remember half of them. But at least no matter which show you're watching or what console you're playing, there's something there for everybody. Both for this year and next. I'm excited. Now, where is my transformation? That. My collectibles right now, what are they looking like? Because I'm missing a couple notes, 4 Jiggies, and the honeycomb. So there's a whole area I have not explored yet. If I'm missing notes, there are certain things I haven't done. But the question is, where do I go for that? Boggy's in Lost Woods, for some reason. I feel like bringing him back would make a difference. Is that one of my secrets? They put it in the unicorn fountain. Huh, interesting. I don't know how to open it yet, but I found one of my secrets. Let me go back over into the fountain area, because I feel like I'm missing something over there. If I can't figure something out, I'm going to go to Lost Woods because of how this area opened it up. So the game might want me to go there now, even before completing this level. And if that's the case, then obviously I'm going to have to do a little bit of backtracking, but that's fine. I want to know where this leads, because there's a rock in the way. I'm supposed to be small to get in this hole. So I need to go around as the full-size bear and bird if I want to destroy that, because you can't get in there until the boulder's gone. Or poop gets rid of it. All right, well, there's my honeycomb. I just tried that on a whim. I didn't know eggs can destroy those boulders, because they only show up in the tutorial Banjo Kazooie. So nothing makes you think, go back and try eggs on those. That legit was just a lucky guess. Hey, well, speaking of poop, this area has been awfully suspicious, but I can't get down there. So what are the odds I get a better poop drop and I can actually kill that whip? Yep. That was it. I just didn't get a good angle the first time. And it's a Jiggy. I might have supposed to have come back here with the transformation, but that works too. Because there's like a little hole in the side, look like you can fit in with a small object. Alright, is there anything else here? There's that set up, but that was just for honeycombs. Fountain's actually solid, so nothing behind the waterfall. So satisfying. Yeah, this is worthless. You can't go down here. I'm at a loss of what else I would do here, so I might have to come back, but where would the transformation be, though? You have to use it in this world, so it can't be far. I just don't know where to look. I feel like I've looked everywhere. 6 Toho games getting a remake / remaster? Ooh, that's really cool to hear. Yeah, I can understand why we didn't get that in our Direct yesterday, if that was Japanese only, because, yeah, unfortunately, that series has never really performed well in the West. It's always been really popular in Japan. So I get why, I guess they just skipped it. I heard there were some notable things from yesterday's Direct that was in the Japanese version in particular. I can't tell what that is from here. And I would look, but I'm having someone on my tail. Okay, well, you can just stop there. Works for me. Now let's take a closer look. I think that was Blast Corp. Sure enough, not a rare game. That one's really hard to 100% because, like, there's so much they require for you on score. That's one of the first games I can think of where, like, going for gold wasn't good enough. You gotta go for platinum. Like, it was a 4th tier of collectible. I can't remember if they did pure platinum too, but, like, that game's really hard to get everything because of the stupid ranking system. You have to be good at destruction. But yeah, no, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Japanese Direct. I heard that they also showed off one of, like, the Tales remakes that was coming out. It was, like, in a scissor reel for us, but in Japan, they showed a little bit more of the game in their Direct. So, again, kind of makes sense. Tales games don't really do as well in the West as they do in Japan. Well, I'm not too surprised. There's a lot of JRPG focus from what I understand now in the Direct in general yesterday. I didn't watch the Direct, I just looked at a lot of the trailers for things I'm interested in, because I don't really have the time to watch that stuff anymore, so I get the Cliff Notes. But I did hear a lot of people say it was very JRPG focused, which that's fair. Usually Directs have like a theme of certain games they focus on, and this time around was JRPGs. That doesn't mean that's all was in the Direct. Some people got really, really upset about what was shown in the Direct for some reason, because it's just, that's how people are. People are very vocal about nonsense. I think I'm gonna go back. I have to do the Jinjas again, but that's not a big of a deal. I think I'm gonna go to Lost Woods, because I'm kind of stumped of where else to go here. I usually like finishing a world on first go, but this might be a situation where I can't. If I need to bring Boggy home, I have to go somewhere else. Why'd I do that, now thinking about it? I need Lost Woods, which is outside of my door. Alright, this is where I have that image from earlier I'm gonna have to reference. Means for a second to play out the OBS window so I can get the screenshot up. No. Try to activate. I hate trying to activate Talontrot, which is the Y button on the recomp, and then my finger slips and hit B. Happens every time. Alright, let's see. I think it's from the new passage is where the route starts, I believe. Yeah, sure enough, that just breaks it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go with my standard Ocarina knowledge real quick. Oh, it's in here. Oh, so that door's now open. Okay, cool. Because that's tutorial area over there. We've been there before. Yeah, that was Ocarina pathing I just took, and that's wrong. So it is different now. So that pattern I seen, that's important. So there's entrance. Question marks on the bottom one? Really? Interesting. Okay. So I do the path as normal. This is all correct. Up until the final room. So right here, I would normally go right, and that would take me into Sacred Forest Meadow. But as you see, here in Jiggies of Time, it does not. You go left instead. So I go down here. And now we're into a new area. 450 notes. The game wanted me to... Oh, wait, no, I have 484. I can go in. I was gonna say, did the game actually want me to finish Zora's Domain? But it doesn't care now. Cool. First time we've opened a note door in a while, though. We haven't needed to open note doors for the most part. Last time, that was in Kakariko. I love them using different music here instead of just the Lost Woods theme again. The Lost Woods theme in Twilight Princess is really good, so I'm glad to see it used here. Although, we have to interrupt every once in a while with her invincibility. Just how it is. Oh, I just respawned, okay. I'll get the feather, because I used one on the way over here. I'm getting kind of low. Don't need to fight every single one of you. Just most of you, because a lot of them are in my way. I want to look up here to see if there's anything on the top. Just honeycomb. But this is new. Where does this take me? Lost Woods, Kokiri Forest. It's like a hub of some kind. Is that supposed to be the Forest Temple up there? Yeah, this is the Forest Temple puzzle. I don't know if I want to take those other paths, though, because if that takes me backwards, I don't want to do that. I want to stay in the Lost Woods area here. I don't want to go back into main Lost Woods, or even Kokiri Forest. And I feel like that's just going to drop me off to areas I've already been, so that'd be a waste. Nice honeycomb in the sky. And this counts as the overworld, so there shouldn't be anything in here. Okay, there you go, Forest Temple. So, I gotta go back the way I came. I was wondering where they're gonna put the puzzle to the next world in this area. Because based on how the lore was being laid out, I figured Forest Temple would be an actual world. But, where would they put the painting? That's a cool spot for it. Oh man, why are you so large? That was kind of weird. Storm's Grotto, anything? No. You know I'm a nerd where I know exactly where to go for a grotto. I'm gonna be the guy who's playing the Ocarina remake and find every secret on first playthrough because I've played base game for close to 30 years of my life. So, I know where to look for secrets. Also, it's helped over the years with the randos I've been doing. Knowing where all the grottos are because of those. Alright. It's Forest Temple time, I guess. Now, if this is going to be an actual dungeon, I imagine this is going to be one of our harder levels to explore, because Forest Temple is where the game, I feel, actually, like, gets pretty difficult for actual Ocarina of Time logic. The child dungeons have their own difficulty to them, but Forest Temple, I really do feel like when you're in the adult section, this is where the game actually starts getting pretty challenging. What was this? K, and then it has, like, a sword. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. Feels like it's probably a hint for something later. Mario 64 in the Forest Temple. Alright, that's a little random, but there was a Mario 64 ROM hack playing as Ocarina, so close enough, I guess. There you go, there's your reference. Yeah, before the remake changes many things. Yeah. I don't know exactly what to expect in the Ocarina remake because it was leaked like a few months ago that it's like a rebuild from the ground up kind of game. So we don't know exactly what to expect. I feel the story, for the most part, is going to follow the same beats as the original tale, but It's gonna take a lot of liberties and add maybe even new knowledge, like what the Star Fox remake's gonna be doing on the Switch too. We'll have to see, because sometime later in the year, we don't know exactly when, but sometime this year. See ya. Hang on, before I go any further. One. Oh, this is like an enemy floor. Alright. Sure, a random cave of ordeals kind of situation going on. Do I even need to fight enemies? Because the game's not checking for that, so no. I'm just leaving. It's just break open the box. Makes my life easier. F. I believe these are supposed to be relevant in some way. I'm not gonna write them down because I'm gonna have to probably look up a guide to know exactly what I'm doing in this dungeon at some point. I have a feeling. But also, I'll look up a guide just so I can have the knowledge later, so I don't have to keep on going through rooms. I'll just look up a thing to tell me what I need. Alright, so that's how I leave. Don't want to leave. Oh, I get it. The boxes are supposed to be in the way. I thought that's what I'm destroying, but no. Nice. Clip out of bounds, idiot. Oh, and he's back. Mumbo token. That's why it pays to look around the rooms, because there might be more hints or even collectibles. I like the guy falling from the sky, like an actual Stalfos. And our exit. Oh, there's a feather up there. Well, that's fun. Two of them, actually. I don't know how you're supposed to reach those. Maybe you can make it with a jump, but... This is a lot, actually. I wasn't expecting this to go this far in. That was 10 floors of enemies. There's the exit. So this will be the boss chamber. You know, this is like actual Ocarina of Time. If you do the boss key skip, you enter the Forest Temple within 2 minutes. Phantom Ganon. Do I even have enough feathers for this? Who dare enters boss boombox hole? I missed it. I'm just gonna kill you. I don't have enough feathers for this. Dang, I'm gonna have to fight this guy legit. Man, it's not hard to fight you legit, it's just a little more annoying. Oh, this is the promotional art of Link and Ganon fighting at the end. That's so cool. And I noticed when I got close to these paintings, enemies came out. Are they all like that? This is really cool attention to detail, making the fake paintings actually attack you. Although this one didn't. But that's at the start. The start ones can, I guess, because they're too close. Never been down here before. That's how I guess you were supposed to get ammo for the fight. I don't even know if this area is like solid in the Phantom Ganon Arena and Ocarina. You're not supposed to ever get down there, so I doubt it'd be solid. Alright, let me just grab them all. Roll the road. The symbols translating Hylian. I think you probably are correct on that one. That's why I'm thinking I might have to just look up the symbols later so I can read them all at once. Yeah, here's another one. Z is a weird line, so I think this is supposed to be Hylian text. You're probably right on that one, Kira. Hello, Cheeto. What's the deal with this place? Nothing's as seen in this haunted temple. This is the most complex level in the entire game. Ah! I recommend using paper and pencil to write down clues hidden here. I hate writing! And you have to learn an ancient language to translate the secret messages you'll see. That sounds so tedious. Many of the temple's pictures contain clues to mystery mortals normally wouldn't understand. A camera might be useful. This isn't Pokemon Snap, you dummy dork! Come on, Kazooie. This could be fun. We never tried a level like this. Fine, but you at least give us a clue to start with, oh mighty information desk attendant. You may have one clue. Take a look at the picture above me. You can start there. Paper, pencil, camera. Okay, we're ready. Source info. But what's that picture? There's a shock pad over near where you can get to one of the ghosts. I don't remember which one this is. The green ghost, I never remember the name. But it's a hidden pad. Oh, you gotta get out of here. Hidden in the floorboards. I love he was using keyboard music, by the way. The Owls theme. That was clever. Okay, more things. So, in front of... I think that's one of the devs of this. In front of the staircase that normally leads to the Stalfos fight for a key in the main foyer, there's a flight pad. Over here, there's Hylian language, but one of the specific lines is X'd out. It's the fourth one. I'm gonna see how much of this I remember. And then, I know the game says write it down, but I ain't. I'm going by memory. Oh god. I think I get what they talk about now with this specific puzzle. But the thing is, where is this? ABC, oh god. This is a whole alphabet board. It goes to H, and it goes all the way to 8. You get this right, and then that's how you get to the Jiggy, but... Can I cheat with poop? Yes. Oh, this is gonna suck. This is what the letters are gonna be for, then. Oh, what the heck are the symbols, though? Because if that's Hylian, I don't know what the heck numbers translate to. There must be 8 characters in particular, I'm assuming. I can't do this room yet, because I don't have the knowledge. It feels like this is gonna be a forest temple where you're just gonna go wherever the heck, because the room doesn't really seem to have any sense of direction. Oh, yep, I had a feeling. This is the Dev Kirko. Can't attack him. He just slapped me out. Thanks, buddy. What in the world is this? These are all game worlds, aren't they? Alright, well, I might as well start with the classic. Wait, what? No, these aren't that. This is a thing where you need to know a game-specific character to go through its room. It's a code. Knowing the code gets you through it, but I don't know what this code is. Wow, Forest Temple is definitely, as they said, the most complex dungeon in this entire game then. Because if they're doing stuff like that, it's gonna be just one giant puzzle. Like I'm playing inside of a Rubik's Cube right now. If Boggy's in here, I'm gonna be shocked. Because how the heck did he get in Forest Temple alone? Like, he probably got lost. I don't know, is that how I can figure out where to go? So if I read that left to right, would that be correct? This might be. Hang on. Let me get a good vantage point. So if I try this, it's Donkey, Mario, Link, Kirby, Donkey. Let me take a screenshot. This is helping. I'm actually playing with like a recording software in the background because I'm gonna need screenshots. The hover jump doesn't work. Yeah, this is kind of feeling like an escape room. This is the kind of stuff I do worry about sometimes in ROM hacks and mods and such, because games can get really complicated in the fan ways. Oh, water is bewitched. Your air depletes with every twitch. You're due to drown, you stupid bear. This cursed water drains double the air. Alright, we better make this quick. That's Grunty's Revenge. That's the Game Boy game. There's like 2 Banjo Game Boy Advance titles. That's the proper platformer, and then there's like a kart racer. It was in the weird era where Rare still wanted to do Banjo stuff, but after being bought out by Microsoft, they really didn't have many options. But they were still allowed to make Game Boy Advance games, funny enough. Alright, so here's another one that's an N that looks kind of like maybe like an F. I'm not gonna remember these symbols at all, so I'm definitely gonna have to look these up. More developer shoutouts. Oh, what in the world? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's from top left. Oh, I don't know how the heck that's gonna work. Hey, TP. I do see this though in the painting. That's another hint. I had a feeling I hit the wrong part of the painting. Aim for Mark's head, and it looks like I can get a Jiggy. I just missed his head. Is that Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii? It is. That's not the one featuring Dixie Kong, though. I'm also gonna want this image, take a screenshot of that. I'm gonna have a lot of screenshots in this recording folder by the end tonight. Alright, second Jinjo. Anything else I can do in here? Oh, nope. Not reaching that. I'm gonna need a flight pad. Alright, well, let's see if the underwater tunnel is a thing. It's not very filled with water, it's more like a puddle. There's another symbol, H. With some lines. Almost looks like a glass, actually. Like a beer glass. Oh, this is unfortunate. Remember, the water's double air draining, so I gotta make this quick. That's an X. Looks like it has like a square? I'm gonna have to just look up all the symbols at once. I'll just look up Jiggy of Time, Forest Temple symbols or something. We should probably find them. Okay, these are not the symbols we saw in that one picture before that's X'd out. And this is open, so this is awfully suspicious. Well, where's this? And another one of those platforms. The order's the same. So I'm right with the ordering, I guess, based on my current findings. Careful. These are very narrow. If I fall, I'm going back to probably the entrance of this part of Forest Temple, and that's a long ways away. Bramble's probably gonna hurt, so I don't want to fall on the bramble. Oh, there's Boggy. Oh god, this is actual Foo Fighters music. Oh dear god. This is a copyright nightmare, but thankfully it's a MIDI. Come on guys, you didn't see the no entry sign on the door? Well, there wasn't a sign on the window, now was there, fish breath? Why are you here? A Jiggy clues. That's it? Alright, well fine, take a look at the right computer monitor for a clue, and I'm pretty sure there's a Jiggy in here somewhere. Thanks, Boggy. By the way, your son's been looking for you. Yeah, I'll get back to him eventually. And the Father of the Year award goes to... the waste. Can I, like, destroy that? Nope. I was hoping, because I don't want to be dealing with a issue like with the Rickroll joke here. But I didn't get anything on the VOD for that, so I should be fine. There's a Jiggy up there, I knew it. Give me this. Now let's look at the monitor real quick. N64, and there's a thing there. Let me take a screenshot. Looks like we're gonna play a Zelda 1 dungeon. I doubt that's gonna be a thing. I just grabbed a screenshot of that. Probably just a joke. Alright, well, enjoy your music, and see your son eventually, you deadbeat father. So this is washing machine. Nice. Just shove my corpse in there, why don't you? S, some squiggly lines and a circle in the middle. Yeah, this is all translation for Highland, so I'm gonna have to get a guide for that later. What door was he talking about, by the way? I don't see the other side of his front door. Fake. That leads to the G. It's like a pitchfork. There's another picture of Grant. I don't know who these ones are, though. There's a lot of people in the Rare development staff I don't recognize right away, so I'm not 100% sure where some of these faces are. Alright, let me test my theory on the Bramble thing. Oh, it's just all the way back here. Wow. Oh, nice shortcut. I need to go back down that ladder, though. This might be faster anyways, because that swimming is not particularly fast. The Eagle Dungeon. Which one was that numbering-wise? I can't remember. It's not Dungeon 1. That's for sure. Was that like Dungeon... Oh, was it Dungeon 1? I thought it was like Dungeon 3 or something. I never remember the names of them. I just remember like level 1s, 2, and 3. Do they even have names? If that's the case, first to me. Ooh, this is the wall pattern. One of these has an X, but I don't know, like, what that means? But it's something about, like, that letter string in particular. That fourth string, which looks like it's almost 69 with a hand, so nice. That's supposed to be fake of some kind. But I don't know if I just like bash a thing and then I can go through it, or there's something else going on. There's a T, there's like the hand. So that's kind of like what all this is. That's the same thing we see on the walls. That's Hylian. And all the letters are translations. Oh, there's Boggy's room. So this is gonna be that do not disturb sign now. Yeah, no entry. And specifically of just the Baron Bird. I was waiting to see if maybe there'd be a speech bubble or something. L. Looks like a squiggly line with like a rectangle on top. Again, I'm gonna have to look up like a whole reference list of this stuff, because that is a lot of Hylian. There's a lot in particular in this level. Oh, treasure chest up there. I don't even know how I can get to that. Because this is not going to be high enough, right? Not even close. They all do have names. Interesting. So there's Eagle, Moon, Manji, Snake, Lizard, Dragon, Demon, Lion, Death Mountain, and the Zelda one done are all the names. Okay. See, Death Mountain I knew just because of the lore implications for Death Mountain, because that's a thing going forward. But the others, yeah, definitely didn't know all that. That's cool. Something you probably would only have found out back in the day if you bought one of the official strategy guides, I imagine. Or it might have been the manual. Not 100% sure, because my copy of Zelda 1 doesn't have the manual, so I never really referred to it. The manual, I believe, was supposed to have a full-on map, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day, because of how large Zelda 1 was considered. I think I'm done out here for now, because there's definitely some other things that I can't interact with. Unless there's like a hidden flight pad somewhere. So I'm gonna just go back into Main Forest. And this is a section I'm really confused about. Is it telling me how to read the letters on the floor? This might be a letter pattern. So maybe the directions it was telling me is how you read it. Let me continue deeper into forest. Oh, wow, we're just right in the twisted room for that. Okay. Oh, this is so weird. It's not fully floor at one point. It just, like, converts to an actual wall and you fall off. But it worked as floor. Whoa, what in the world? Am I in water now? What is going on in this room? It's not real water. Yeah, you can have my honeycomb. I'll get it right back by killing you. It really didn't matter. Alright, there's a P, looks like an I almost. There's more Hylian, which I still can't read. Because I don't have all the letters yet. I got a lot of them. Hey, it's the birthday boy himself. How you doing, Matt? And happy birthday. Little love and chat. What am I hearing? It's definitely not you. You don't squeak like a toy. Like one of Boggy's kids. What in the world is that thing? It's just like 6 ghosts in a painting. Okay. Oh, it's a fake painting. So this is supposed to be like the post-sister paintings, but they have more of a purple. What in the world? Alright. I mean, it's supposed to be a queen playing card, but there's no queen that we've ever seen in Hyrule. So it's just a picture of Zelda. It kind of looks like Twilight Princess Zelda, to be honest. Not like Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time Zelda. That's TP Zelda because of the dark hair. These are coded. This is really weird looking. Just a nice looking Saria there. Wish it was that easy to kill the pose in actual OT. Still hearing something in this room. How's the chess game going, you two? That's what was squeaking. I didn't know the doll can even move. Who's winning so far in this? Kind of hard to see. Oh, hang on. Oh, well, I figure out the clue in a minute. Would you two mind moving? I can't see the board. I'm bored. I want to try playing. Sorry, Kazooie. Chess is a 2-player game. You have to find your own board. Any tips? You must pay close attention to the location of your pieces. Location of the pieces? I'll remember that. Yeah, I want to get up here. Oh, it's going to be a little nauseating, unfortunately. But this is my pattern. Look at the letters and look at the numbers. Remember that chessboard room we saw before, the Jiggy? This is it. All right, let me see. Do I have a good shot of that? Yes, I do. Cool. I'm gonna pause for a minute because I know it's probably making everybody sick, myself included. So this is how it actually looks without, you know, the whole screen shaking. So those are the safe zones that the pieces are in. Looks like we're gonna have to make some leaps of faith still. But any black and white piece should be a safe zone. And then the areas that don't have pieces, those are gonna be bottomless pits. That's good to know. Yeah, the diabolical jump, G1 to H3. Yeah, you really gotta play like one of the knights in actual chess, otherwise you're dead. I didn't mean to turn off the game capture, I meant to turn off the screen capture. Whoops. Alright, get me off of the toilet because he keeps on shaking my screen and that's nauseating. Oh, there's another letter, W, and it looks like it has a little... Actually, it looks like the toilet almost. It's like a seat. Alright, let's continue on the forest. Camera. Cooperate, come on. There you go. This is like a single ghost? Yep. Wait, why is Link a jack? I mean, he does look jacked, so I guess it's fitting enough. I don't know what else he could have been playing card-wise. He's definitely not the king. At least he wasn't a joker. Another water room. Oh man, this place is trippy. So weird how the twisted room actually is working. I would not expect any of that to be solid. And this is the room you're supposed to light a torch normally, which will then flip the room around if you hit like the eye switch behind it. J looks like an actual seat. With a little deuce in the middle. Hey, this might sound weird, but these are great ways of remembering what the Hylian characters are. You gotta make some mental comparison somehow. Oh, it's actual water. I thought that was just gonna be like poison or something. This is gonna be like the double air water too, right? Yep, that's faster air drain. I can't be in here forever. A line on the top with 3 squiggly lines underneath it. Almost looks like a spring. Not going that way. Was there a thing down here to use, like a jump pad or something? 'Cause this room is massive. There's more Hylian. More symbols. It's in the same pattern as I saw before on the outside section of Forest. So the pattern is correct that I got. So when I get back to that other room with the game character symbols, it should be as follows still. Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Donkey Kong. Or maybe you just don't do the final one, to be fair. I might just end with Kirby. Oh, these are playing cards. These are all of them. Wait, I kind of want to see the rest because I saw a Zant one in the middle. This guy's playing. He is still an enemy. I can't kill it though because it's way too far, so that's unfortunate. I want to wait up here because I want to see what's all the cards for myself. I can kind of see it from down here, but I can't make out the detail. That's why I want to get up there. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't kill you now, because you're a ghost, which means I need invincibility. Alright, so we get the look. So we got Queen there for Rudo. We got supposed to be Namburu, I guess, as one of the jacks. Xantha's a king. That makes sense, because he tried to make himself a king. Link's also a jack. Another jack. We saw that card before. Same for this one. There's actual king, and that's the King of Hyrule. This one I can't really tell. Is that supposed to be, like, low rules Zelda? Like a dark Zelda kind of look? It's a little hard to tell because of the lower resolution of the card. I think it's supposed to be the low world Zelda. Is it Vati? It doesn't really look like Vati, but it could be. There's been a lot of Minish Cap love in this, so that would make sense. I think it's the hair it makes me not think it's Vati for some reason. It's Majora, looks like as actual Skull Kid. That's cool. Although, what is the symbol on the side? This is an actual Joker card, but that's definitely not the Joker symbol. There's Midna in her true form. Here's Ganondorf, up here as a king. And I'm guessing this is supposed to be Darunia as another king? Yeah, it's Darunia, because he's holding the Goron Ruby. This is really cool. I don't know if any of these are relevant to a puzzle. Like, I don't know what I should be taking notes on and what I shouldn't. Because there's a lot of things here that either are going to be important to know, or don't worry about it. Let me get like a shot like this, would be good enough. If I need to reference this, I have it, but I highly doubt that's an actual thing. I think you're supposed to be able to jump up there so you can see the Hylian on the wall more than anything else. Which again, I still don't understand. I know the symbol in the middle, on the left side there, that's an A. So something A, something something. Like, I don't know the whole word. Something A, something something the, something of the, something. Like, I can fill out some words, like fill in the blank a little bit from the characters I got. And just pattern recognition. I took a screenshot of what was on the wall so we can refer to it later. This is so weird, dude. Alright, which one's this? It's supposed to be like an N. Now, if you look sideways, it's like a V or U. And it has like an H with some lines underneath. I'm gonna say that's a U, because it looks more like a U to me. Can't see. This is a great camera angle, dude. There's also a game in that pool. I want to see what that was. Has my note anyway, so we got go to... Oh, hey! Skyward Sword! I just mentioned it before when we were back in Zora's domain. There's your Skyward Sword representation. Alright, just take a sec. Get your air. Alright, now, is there anything else in here I gotta worry about? Ah, Mumbo Token. Yeah, I'll go for it. Oh, I missed a note. But I didn't leave yet. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hang on. I have an idea. Oh, crap. I gotta go back through the Poe rooms, though, for this. Where's the ladder? I just figured out one of their puzzles. Back in the card room. I gotta go back to the card room. These. Remember the ghosts? They had numbers associated with them, essentially. This is 5 ghosts. I'm gonna need to take a lot of screenshots here in a minute. These all coordinate to a pattern. So there's why you're supposed to get up on that platform. And that's also why you can walk in here to see the cards, and some of them were duplicates. But, wait a minute. That's not all of them, though. I missed ones on the sides. Okay, so I still have more to get. Let's focus on the ones I can grab for now. Get in the painting. That's 3. Screenshot that. Screenshot this one. And this, I think, was 6. Another queen. I think the only one I'm missing now is a 4? I don't think I've seen 4, because I've seen all the other patterns. So this is probably my 4th one on the wall up here, if I had to bet. Sure enough. There's a mumbo token in here. And this is... wow, most of these are queens. Alright, now that we have the pattern, we go back through the water, and now we get to play a ghostly card game. Doesn't roll at the tongue as well as the children's card game. And I have a whole slew of pictures I'm gonna be looking at here. This is gonna take a minute. Alright, let's start the hunt. So now, let me pull up my pictures. Okay, let's get to the first one. That was Night Link. I go here, and I guess I just smash it. Oh yeah, you heard the click. That's how you know we did it right. So the second one is Zelda. Third one is Saria. It's like right here. Fourth one is Zelda again. Fifth one is Zelda again. And finally, the sixth one, can you guess? So just play on the right side of the table. The left side's completely worthless because you're just playing for the 3 characters on the right. Zelda, Saria, and Link for some reason. That's like we hit Link once, hit Saria once, and Zelda the other 3 times. Like, that... actually, hang on. What was the full pattern of Zeldas? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. We hit the Zelda card 4 times. That's a little excessive. I'm glad I got that done now, because now I don't have to come back to this side ever again. I should be done with this section of forest. I'm missing 1 Jinjo, and once I get that Jinjo, I'm also done with that collectible type. I don't know where I missed it. Maybe it was on the outside section, because we couldn't get to like an upper room on the outside section of forest. So I think it's probably there, by the bet. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute. The painting. I didn't see this here before. So you can swim in that room. I just gotta jump close to the fish, I guess. It's saying I can swim. Now I was mashing the button in the air to see if maybe one of the areas counts as water. Something here has to count as water at some point, because this is a water room. It shows me swimming where the fish is located. It's like kind of far into the room. So that water trigger is not as close as it looks. Maybe I can jump more left and it can just work. Oh, oh, you have to hit the surface, which is all the way at the top. That is very cool. This is like a really cool level. I'm loving this so far. And if I get further out, now it doesn't count as water anymore. Perfect. It's good I left that for last too, because that just puts me right to the path, to the ending. Alright, now let's go Kirko Mods. He told me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. Now into his head. See what he's thinking. Stinking Jiggy. My man. Hang on, before I go any further, is there any hidden secrets in here I gotta know about? No, because this has been find a hidden secret somewhere to level. So, you gotta check everything. Whoop, there's another one. There are hidden vines in that room we were at outside. What's that game? I don't want to jump down to find out. I'll look later. R looks like an E. Alright, let me look at this so I can get the picture. Because there's hidden vines starting from the left and then you jump over to the right. And up here is a copy of Spirit Tracks. That's the European box art in particular. Alright, well, while we're here, let's hurt ourselves. Great. Let's do the chess thing. I'm gonna pull up the chess picture. And I'm gonna put that... Let me pause the game real quick so I can move that to my second monitor. I don't want it on the same thing as my game. Okay. We're gonna do the G. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's a black piece. We gotta play as Toilet, not Grunty. If you go for the white pieces, you win. If you go to the black pieces, you fail. That feels like color commentary. I don't want to comment on that. Alright, so... For reference, as a reminder again for what these pieces are, let me swap to that screen so you can see it in question. This is what we're working with. And now remember, I jumped over here to where Grunty's piece is. That didn't work. So I need to jump to where these white pieces are, as that's the Toilet. He's our ally, so we're playing as our ally, not as our enemy. That's the logic. So we can jump from here, we go G to F, then we jump from F to E, then E back to F, and I should just be able to clear that. So I'm jumping essentially left, left, right. That's what we're doing. Not that bad once you know where you're jumping. Oh, but there's a second board. I forgot those two boards. Wait, do I continue playing as the Toilet, or do I start playing as Grunty when I go into the second board, I wonder? Because it could be flipped. So if that's the case, let's go. This is still G, right? I'm playing as Grunty. Oh god. Can I even... Let me go left then. Like from here, I want to jump to C, which is here. Then if I do this correctly, if I jump to A1, yep, I'm playing as Grunty now. I'm on Grunty's piece. So as a new reminder, let's get our new pattern. So now I'm over here on this specific platform. Oh god, this is gonna be awful. Because Grunty has a lot more of her pieces down in the game. You can see there's not as many here. So I can jump from A1 to A4. Then I jump from A to C. And then I can jump from C to D. So that shouldn't be terrible. Just gotta be careful with the timing of the jump. Got it. And good thing it just puts me back here. That was very cool, but also a little nerve-wracking. Did I just loop, by the way? Wait a minute, why am I here? I feel like I wasn't supposed to do that? I'm just going back really quick just to make sure. Where does this put me? Oh yeah, it just put me out here. So I just went back in like an idiot. That's on me. Hang on, what about this? Remember, we got a clue for this room. So I don't know how this works. Like torch to torch. Because I run here. Then I go backward. I don't know what this one is. I think it's just reading. I'm not gonna bother. There's I, looks like E almost with lines underneath it. Can I make that from here or the other one? I'm gonna try the other platform. I know the strat from Rando. No hover boots required, thankfully. Okay, I am running out of things to do in Forest. This one still confuses me. Remember, one of these was blocked out, but I haven't been able to figure out what that means yet. I guess it's like you read a thing with this pattern. It might be time for me to finally look up what the Hylian means so that I can have my full list. Oh, hang on. Another game. Twilight Princess. Fitting with the Lost Woods music from TP we're hearing right now to be in this room in particular. I think I'm done out here now. So let me try the game room. Game room is over here. So the pattern, I said it so many times, I should remember it now. Donkey Kong. Mario. I find Link for Zelda. There we go. Kirby. And that's it. Okay, so it's just those 4 characters. Oh, this is like the beginning woods of Wind Waker. Well, that's kind of random, but alright. I guess that could be pseudo-considered like a Lost Woods. It's the smallest woods ever. You're not getting lost in those woods. If you do, I'm gonna be very confused. And also, this is just the music from Link to the Past's Lost Woods. This is the fairy fountain. Which is my final Jinjo. Cool. Another symbol. It is O, which looks kind of like a P, but mirrored. How dare you? I don't even know. Can you even get on this part of the Lost Woods area in Wind Waker? You might be able to with like the leaf. All right, C. That is actually just an E. Ah, here's the Zelda 1 dungeon. Oh, okay, finally. Let's go get ourselves a map. A weird looking map. So that is the heart container. How fitting. One of these rooms does have a secret. I remember that from the Boggy hint. I don't think I need to kill everything here. In Zelda 1, killing all the enemies spawns in items, but this game shouldn't have that same logic. I hope not, at least. Oh, this is one of the old man rooms. Of course, it's gotta be Brentilda. Alright, here's our hint to the level. Number 1, the 2 blue flowers in the little forest outside this dungeon hide a link to the past. I'm gonna need to know what that means later. Number 2, hit Mark Kirko's face with a beak bomb. You don't have to tell me twice. Thankfully, we got another hint about that. And number 3, ignore the no entry sign on the door, find another way in. Also got that. I'm gonna save a replay on that one because the mushrooms outside, link to the past reference. Does that mean outside of the level in particular, or like outside of like the outside room in Forest? I think it might be an outside Forest room. Can't dive in the water, it's too shallow. Who needs ladder when you have jump button? Zelda 1 Link wishes he had a jump button. Oh. That puzzle's kind of made moot. That's actually kind of funny, because there's a glitch in Zelda 1 to clip through those kind of boxes. And if you do the clip correctly, you don't have to fight any enemies to go in these kind of rooms. It's really funny. Alright, Y looks like a T on the underside with 3 lines on top. I think that might be all the letters at this point, right? If not, most of them. Because we might not get the whole Hylian letter alphabet in this. It might only give me the letters I need to actually read Hylian in the dungeon itself. Alright, this is a locked room up ahead. I don't know how that's gonna work. Can I just smash the keyhole with my face? Or is there an actual key? Alright, hang on. Before I go any further, I'm gonna stand over here for a second. I need that picture of Boggy's room. Where the compass normally spawns, that's where I'm looking for a hidden room. Which I believe is like actually how this dungeon works in Zelda 1. Because if you came in here with bombs, I believe you can still access the shortcuts. And this is it right here. The bat's kind of telling me what the secret is because it's clipping inside the door frame. That's kind of funny. All right, so that takes me around the locked door. So there's no key. I just go through it. Was hoping not to use the invincibility, but sure. That's one big cow. That's supposed to be the Zelda 1 dragon. Weird looking dragon. Optional, by the way. And that's my honeycomb. I just need one more to actually get a new row of honeycombs. Hey, down in front. Down in front. Gotta have invincibility. I know where to get a honeycomb. I just gotta find the transformation back in Zora's Domain. This way, I'm about ready to death warp, which I don't want to do. Alright, should be done the Zelda 1 dungeon now. So this area should be fully cleared. Alright, let's leave. That was a really cool section of the game. Like, this level, in particular, has some really cool things about it. We've been here, though, for a while. Like, what are my totals looking like? I need 5 more notes and 2 more Jiggies, but I've been here for almost a full hour. It's the longest level by far in this Jiggies of Time hack so far. I don't remember where I came from for a minute on that puzzle because it's been a while. I still need to figure out what this is, to be fair, that specific hint. But I want to go outside again because it said the blue mushrooms is a Link to the Past thing. So I'm looking for blue mushrooms somewhere. It said outside forest, but I don't know if that meant outside of the level or here. And I would hope they mean here, based on the collectibles I'm missing. I'm not seeing any blue flowers. Let me make sure I read that hint correctly. Or I just say the clip of it. Yeah, here you go. I'm reading Brentilda thing again. The 2 blue flowers in the little forest outside this dungeon hides a link to the past. But again, I don't see it out here, so it might mean outside of actual Forest Temple? Would that just lead back in the level then? Wait, I see that letter before? I don't... No, that's the H that looks like the beer glass. Never mind. I don't think it's that one in particular, Kira, because we got the hint about the Zelda 1 dungeon and the Zelda 1 dungeon. I don't think that's really gonna be feasible if that's the case. Oops. Put the hint in the wrong place. I think it's supposed to mean somewhere else in particular. Thankfully, because I have note saving, I can leave and not be punished for it. It did also say outside, and this is also outside, technically. So I found a random flower out here, who knows? Not seeing it. Let me leave real quick. Oh, games. I didn't see these at first. So that's Donkey Kong Land on the Game Boy, and I guess this is the actual game being played. Yes. Seriously, why are you so big? I think that's supposed to be the giant moblin in the adult timeline, but I don't know why it's there. Like, it's supposed to be in this hall. Hey, hang on. Here we go. The flowers. The prophecy. There's an X on the wall. That should have been obvious enough, I guess. Wrong length of the pass. I'm expecting a Zelda game, not more Donkey Kong. Huh. Okay. Guess we're playing, Arcade Donkey Kong, then. Ghosts even move on the same layers. That's pretty funny. Oh, this is for feathers. Let's go. Finally, a feather upgrade. See ya. I'm going to level 2. Oh, what do you mean there's no level 2? Okay, that's not the length of the past I was expecting. That's the one we got. I'm still missing things in Forest Temple, so I'm going back. Let me try the thing here now. It might need to be a Hylian specific readout now. Maybe it's supposed to tell me something that I haven't learned. Can you please die? Thank you. There's no way I shoot these. Alright, I think it's time to break out the searching. Let's see. Force time. Yep, here we go. This is it. Jiggies of Time. And that tells me almost nothing. Video thing. I'll just pull up the video from Kirko himself. Oh, wow. No, this is the entire alphabet. Oh my god. We're gonna have to cheat sheet this. That's a lot. Oh my god, dude. This is a big alphabet. So, I'm gonna wait for the ad break. The stock's only 10 more seconds. So, the alphabet, there's letters everywhere. I don't even think I've seen maybe half of these. This is the alphabet in the dungeon, the proper translation. So, A all the way through Z. It is a lot of stuff you have to remember. So, no. Here's your solution. Go watch this video here in particular about the Forest Temple from the dev himself, Mr. Kirko. Because trust me, you're gonna want that so you can get all this information. I didn't see all these letters. At least I don't think I did. I've seen a good chunk of them. But it's gonna be hard to translate a lot of this. We're gonna try our best. Now that I have the knowledge, let's see if we can translate things here. So there is a very specific pattern. So this is gonna take me a minute, but I'm gonna write down every single thing I see here. So I'm looking for the hand first. That should be T. And it's H, E. So that's the. And then this is. Let's see. Where's that letter? Here it is. E. It's not a B, is it? No, it's not a B. It's a V. I don't like how close that ghost is getting. I'm trying to write down notes, sir. It's gonna take a minute. What's the thing that looks like a G? Thing that looks like a G is... Man, these are weird characters. It's hard to even see them in the cheat sheet. Oh, it's an I. I'm gonna assume that's evil. So the next thing, if I look at an L, sure enough. Okay, that's part one. Part two is figuring out where the next line of things are. Should be down here. Okay, and it reads from down. Doesn't help I have like a notepad in front of where the enemy was. Because for reference, that's what I got to see. So thanks, buddy. All right, let's see. Continuing my note taking. So this is the squiggly line thing. It's not A. The thing that looks like a spring. One of these look like a spring again. Is that no, it's not supposed to be an A, because an A has a gap. Unless, hang on. Just humor me. Was I reading that upside down? No, I shouldn't have been. According to my note, the pattern we're looking for is, if I'm seeing this correctly with Majora, right? Like that's Majora in the center. And Majora, like these are like the horns on the top of the mask. So one is up here, which I read that correctly. Then I go over left and look down. As I read this next set of lines as number 2. The issue, though, is trying to make out some of these characters. Let me work backwards, because it's hard for me to find the hand on the sheet. And I'm also just going to make a new line for every single thing, so that makes my life easier. A thing that looks like a hand. I think that's supposed to be a T? Didn't I see the thing look like a G before? Yeah, it's this one. So that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that should be an I? Yeah, that's I. Wait, is this Spirit? The evil Spirit? No, because that's definitely not an S. Not even close. All right, skip that character because I can't figure out what the heck the middle thing is. So it's just this letter, which looks like a backwards G. That's W. Yeah, that's definitely not Spirit. What is this character? I don't want to cheat and just look up the solution. That's why I wanted to do it as the dev intended. Because I'm trying to get the full experience. I will say, I don't really like this part. Because it's a little... stupid. Like, this is a cool puzzle and concept, but the execution is just a lot of homework. I'm not a fan of how it's structured. Let me skip this for now. Let me go to number 3. Because again, it's just the line break on the characters. Is it supposed to be like this? I think it's supposed to be like this, right? So if that's the case, I've seen that symbol so many times, which is A. I think it is supposed to be a wait, because that would make more sense. But when you look at this character here, the spacing's wrong. I'm gonna leave it as a wait. So here I read down yet again. So evil, await. Now I'm looking for the thing like an H, that's a U. And then thing that was like a chair. I think it was like what, a P? No, not a P. N. Oh, what the heck is that symbol? I don't think it's an F. Well, I'm gonna say an F for the second. Because it kind of... Wait, no, it can't be an F, because it's more closed in. Plus, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna skip that letter for now, because I already see the second one. The second letter is... Or fourth letter, excuse me, is E. Speaking of E's, what's the thing that looked like an E? It's an R. That has to be a D. That's a D, yeah. The evil way under. Yeah, that's making more sense. And then finally, 4, I believe that should be still from left to right. Correct, okay. This shouldn't be as bad to read because I'm not gonna have weird formatting issues. Yeah, this is much easier. So, M-A... That's not N, right? No, it's not an N. That is J. Thing that looks like a 9. O. E is R. The evil way under Majora. I did all this work to get the thing I figured out by just thinking, hit the Majora. Like, I found that out in the first 5 minutes of the dungeon because I was trying every little thing. The game already told me back in Zora's Domain to do that. So I just read that for what, 10 minutes? Trying to figure out what the stupid pattern on the floor says. And I got my answer. But it took forever. Oh, I hate that. I'm mad now. Now they'll do that again. Just with more crap. Oh, that one made me kind of upset. Well, there's no Hylian. Do I even bother? No, I'm just gonna leave. I want to figure out the one that has the 4th word blocked out. This one. I swear, you better not be a thing I've already figured out because I'm gonna be mad. Okay. Let's hope this is not gonna be another repeat. So, as a reminder, I'm gonna turn to my mouse for this. This here, we don't translate. This word isn't anything helpful. I can already tell you the middle word is A. That's easy. So I'm looking for the thing that looks like an E. That's R. A. I think it's rat-a-tat-rat. Yeah. Rat, rat. Then the final word. This is the one I actually need to translate, because the first part you can kind of figure out what that means. I kind of unironically want to translate the fourth word to see what it is. But I'll do that after the puzzle's done. H. E. C. Huh? Rat. S? That can't be right. It's not a real word. That is an H for the first. Second letter is an E. Its last letter is an E. And that third letter, if I read that right. No, it's not. I thought it was a C. That's not the C pattern. The C pattern is an R. Rat-a-tat-rap here. Okay, well, now of curiosity, what is that middle word? I just want to know. I just want to know what they were trying to figure out with. The thing looks like an F, so it's N. O. Is that supposed to be like not? Wait. Yeah. Rat-a-tat-rat, not here. That's what they were trying to tell you. So when you take out the not, rat-a-tat here. No? I was right doing this. Like, this is the move they're asking for. But where? It says rat-a-tat-rat here, and this is here. But what do you mean? Like, where exactly? I'm doing it everywhere on the wall. This is really weird. Trying to see if there's any weird, like, graphical thing happening on the wall. Just to make sure I'm not missing my target. Alright, this one I'm gonna just cheat and look at a video, because I feel like I'm missing a thing. I got all the honeycombs, so it's just these things. It has to be a Jiggy. Is it the picture? Do I rat-a-tat in the picture? I wonder. Where was that picture found again? That was in the room for the puzzle, like the chess puzzle. Yeah, Banjo was standing like right in front of where that was. So I'm gonna try the picture in particular. Maybe they want me to rat-tat-rat the picture. Because I tried hitting it where the knot is. Like, knot is an X, which tells me hit it right there. I'm doing the move and it's not working. So maybe it's in reference to a different area and not the part on the wall. Because there was a picture that shows the same thing. Oh, crap. I didn't want to fall down here. Okay, leave. I gotta go through the stinking dungeon to do that. No. We're gonna just take a warp. I think it might be faster just a warp. Thank God I got all the Jinjos already. Hey, Lake Hylia's available right now, but it's locked off, so we're not going there anytime soon. I need to find the picture first to open it up. You attack the picture for that. That is so weird. Who's Joshua? This is not a rare death. This is a friend of the modder, I guess. YouTube contest winner. Never mind. That's a contest winner for the Mark Kirko YouTube channel. So that's a fan. And he got himself in the mod. That's actually pretty funny. Now, there's one of my letters. You know what's the funny thing? I needed to figure out the Hylian letter stuff to find another letter. So, where was the actual hole in the wall? It's just the whole picture. So yeah, you translate it and it says rat-a-tat-rap here, which is why that's X'd out, and it tells you to come back for the picture. I thought I had to do that on the wall itself, but that's not the case. So what else am I needing to do at this point? I'm looking at all the other hints I've taken pictures of, and there's nothing else here that I haven't done according to my picture list. So I'm missing 1 Jiggy and 5 notes somewhere in this manner. I don't know where. So this is where I'm just gonna check the YouTube one. I found it. The hints. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. No, the blue flower thing. Outside. Wait a minute. There was another area I didn't check for the outside part. The blue flower I thought was a hint just for the secret that we got for the feathers. No, there's more. There's gotta be something in here. That has to be linked to this level. Because why would they tell me about that hint here? This is outside the Forest Temple, technically. And there's flowers out here. There. There's a thing poking out of the wall. Yep, this is it. This is a secret wall. And that's it. Our final set of collectibles. It's with the sword itself. The Master of Swords. Can the Baron Bird pull that? Hang on, let me clear the feathers because this doesn't look right. I want it. Pull the sword. Can't grab it. Alright, let's do a final tally. I think I'm done here now. That's all the notes, all the jiggies, all the honeycombs. An hour and 21 minutes. That is insane. But I'm done here, so I'm gonna do a fast warp and I'm gonna go back to Banjo's house. This will make it easier. But I think before I continue on, I want to go back to Zora's Domain as we still have some things to do there. I'm gonna take a quick break because that was definitely a mental battle. That's for sure. So my brain needs a couple minutes just to recalibrate. So with that said, I'm gonna take a quick break. Yeah, excuse me. And then when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and head back to Zora's Domain and get the remaining set of collectibles there. Stay tuned. Be back here in just a few minutes. All right, we're back and ready to jump back into Jiggies of Time. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I go back to Zora's Domain, I want to take a pit stop back in Castletown so we can get more hints about some of the bonus stuff in this game. Now that I found my golden feather doubler, I might have that whole thing done because that was one of the secrets. But that's not a secret Jiggy though. So I just want to get some hints about all the secret stuff. So while we're here, we should go and get some hints. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying watching this so far, because this game has been a treat. A lot of puzzle solving for a platformer. Was not expecting my brain to be taking as big of a workout tonight playing this game. It felt like an actual Zelda game for a while there. which is kind of the point, because this is supposed to be a merge of two different worlds into one, but it's also supposed to be playing out like an actual Zelda game in terms of just puzzle solving and combat and stuff like that. Alright, let's look. So, oh, come on, more Hylian? Why is it gotta be more Hylian? Is that gonna be the case for all these? Because that's gonna be awful. I already got a gold feather in the woods, so I don't have to worry about this. I need the secret Jiggy, but I got the other stuff. Now to figure out what the heck Hylian is this. The worst part is I just closed my Hylian notes, but at the same time, I didn't delete them, and this is why you don't do that. Okay, let me get closer so I don't block this with my notepad. I'm gonna stand like this. It's gonna look weird, but it's so I can write this down correctly. Notepad. I can delete those other notes now because I don't need them. So this is, let's see, Z O R. It's gonna be about Zora. I'm gonna assume that's an S. Yeah, that's a very broken up character, but that's an S. And this has gotta be not Zora's domain. Something else. Zora's River. I'm fact checking to make sure I got those characters right, but yes, I did. It's Zora's River I'm looking. There's a secret in Zora's River. That's my feathers. Alright, I got it, let's go. I'm gonna take a pit stop before we go back to Zora's domain then. I gotta go through the river anyways, so this works out, but there's a thing in Zora's River. Quick, make it night. This should be open now. What lies in cave? This might be to take me to Lake Hylia, to be fair, like this could be the painting. Sure enough, we need 12 in total, so we're good. The lake, I assume I can get in there both day and night, but as soon as I open that, I don't need to go through that specific path to get into the lake now, because I could just go around with the teleportation system in my house. Which I might end up just doing that. I don't know how I'm supposed to get in that cage. First Smash Bros, now here in Hyrule. It's nice seeing you two so often now. Ma's the last thing I want to be seen in. Wow, Kazooie, really? Well, it's nice seeing Banjo anyway. Oh, shucks. Gonna make me blush. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to get that life. Maybe you loop around in here from like a different path. There was a different river section. Maybe I just got lucky and picked this one first. I think they were both locked off with a note door. Never mind. Oh wait, if I can get in the lake now. Does that mean there's like a, yep, there's a ladder. I can get over here. But I need to be day. Might as well grab one for the road. Alright, I'm gonna make it day again, because I can't do anything at night here now. Really love the idea of how these flight pads are working like makeshift loading zones. It's a really interesting way of making that work. Alright, let's go back to the river, as there's some stuff here we gotta suss out. I need one more clue, technically, from this whole puzzle, but I should be able to figure it out from what we have. I don't remember what the first hint was. I might have to actually look it up. I didn't take a picture. Actually, wait a minute. I don't have to look it up. I can just rewind the VOD. What am I thinking? We have the technology. Let me go get the technology really quick. Do it from the YouTube stream. Actually, if I'm doing it from the YouTube stream, let me have the actual proper link. Because then I can take a screenshot. Okay, here we go. Get closer. Next to the river and Zora's River are 2 hints. Next to the river? Does it mean in the area? Or does it mean specifically next to river being outside of Zora's River? I don't know. It could be either one. We found the golden feather thing in Lost Woods. And it was next to the Forest Temple. I just noticed that one piece of the song really quick, which is Bomberman 64, like the first level. I didn't even pay attention to what Grunty said because I was more focused on the music. I'm gonna check outside, because when it says next to the river, and our second hint being in Hylian, now we can figure out Zora's River. There could be a thing next to the loading zone I'm missing. If it's saying next to, it can't be this specific area. Based on everything I'm seeing here, at least, that's what I believe to be true. This is technically next to river, but this would take me to a whole different area. I want to look around in here because I almost feel like I didn't get a good enough look in the Kakariko painting area. I feel like maybe I missed something here. There's nothing here. So I didn't miss anything in this area. See, the thing is, I wanted to see if I can find the blue egg thing now, because, well, wait a minute, one of those textures are freaking the heck out. Not what I thought. But you can see I'm, like, standing on top of a thing, and then I fall. This is why I thought, maybe if they're freaking out, it could be, like, a box or something, like with the graveyard. I smash it with a ground pound like this, it would do something. No. Not the case. It's just a weird texture issue. Alright, I want to find the blue egg thing, because there was a blue egg door in Zora's domain. And that's why I'm kind of wondering, can I even finish Zora's domain? Because there's a whole section I'm blocked out of until I can open that door. And I have a feeling the way you open the door is to find the blue egg thing in question, which should be out here in the field. I'm gonna see something really quick. I have open Mark Kirko's YouTube still, so I can look at his Castletown video, which will give me the Easter eggs, I think. No, I do Hyrule and secret levels. Yeah, it'd be this. I don't want to go too far. Okay, wait a minute. There's another thing we didn't see back here in Zora's River. This one is a little bit more of a cheat, I will say. I'm trying just to find the hints in particular, but I feel like that's not gonna actually work. Yeah, because the video's kind of showing everything else. That's why I was like, I kind of want to just look at the hints. See, there's a, like, I suss out the third hint, because I can do this all now, and I want to finish Zora's Domain. That's my issue. What are we saying? Whose Brady was going to make us explode crummy assets from a 20-year-old game? Oh, exploit. What are you trying to say? Ah, funny. That's an X on the wall. Okay, that hint. The Zora's River part, it actually was in the river after all. Okay, thankfully I didn't need the video for this. I almost was just gonna look up in the video and I saw they went to a random area. I did not want that. I just wanted the what in the world is this? I was gonna say I just wanted the hints to see if I was missing something. Couldn't find the hint. I just figured let's go back in here because the video was leading up to Zora's River, so going back to hint number 2. Is that Star Fox? Star Fox 64, that is it. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Breath of the Wild. Sure. It's not like this stream is ever unfamiliar with Breath of the Wild. Go back to the year 2021 and you have had plenty of that to last a lifetime. Oh, that's cool. I must have to go through this whole shrine just to open up that casket. There's the blue egg. What? There's 2 of them. Stupid bird who's on your back. She's worse than Navi. That's a fact! Someone's just a hater. Fork in the road. I take left. Mumbo token. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that was gonna be something more impactful. I guess this is gonna just take me across again. Not the way I was expecting, but yes, it did. I keep on interrupting the music, but I need a way to get rid of these whips inside the pots. I can't make that jump. That is way too far. Can I just, like, shoot them? No, I figured I had to do the invincibility. It's back over here. That is not where I expected that to launch. Well, let's try the right cauldron now, I guess. And just sent me over here. Not what I was expecting. I really like this idea. Like, just a whole Breath of the Wild shrine, essentially. This is not any shrine that's in Breath of the Wild itself. Like, this is totally original. It's trying to be themed around a Breath of the Wild shrine. Like, in terms of its layout, it looks like one of the 120. Because it looks familiar, but I definitely do not remember playing a shrine like this. Is this a hot take or is it a lukewarm take for what I'm about to say? I think Breath of the Wild's the better game compared to Breath and Tears. I haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom, so I can't fully commit to that, but there's a sense of whimsy and wonder that was there in Breath of the Wild that's not there in Tears. I think it's really just because, you know, one was a new thing, and the other was establishing off of a world that already exists. But with some new mechanics. Don't get me wrong, they're really good. Both games are fantastic. But I do think there's some charm that was kind of lost in translation with Tears of the Kingdom, just because it was essentially Breath of the Wild again, but with, again, some of the newer stuff. Zooey, do you think someday I'll have my fur rendered in real time? As long as I get 3D feathers. Oh, it's on our flight pad. Why would I want our flight pad? I mean, that's an easy way to go back and forth now. Yeah, I don't know what I just said is technically considered a hot take or a lukewarm take, essentially, because some people I hear say they like Breath of the Wild more. Some people I hear say they like Tears of the Kingdom more. I think it's more split down the middle. So that's why I can't fully say if that would be a hot take. But that's just how I feel myself. I need to sit down and fully play through Tears. In general, I played about like 10 or so hours when the game first came out, but then I just kind of dropped it because I still kind of felt burnt out of that kind of game due to playing Breath of the Wild for an entire year. But that's been a while now, so I'm due just to sit down and play it. Especially with the Switch 2 enhancements, it's a much better time. I was getting into it when I was doing the recording footage stuff I needed last year, so kind of feel like a Zelda mood this year with all the Zelda news. So I would probably end up just, oh god, just more Hylian. Oh god, it's more Hylian. Give me a second. There, I got a screenshot. We need to translate again. I need to know what that says, because that might be another hint. Oh, crap. This is gonna take me another minute. I hate doing this. It's a cool idea on paper, but then it becomes tedious. And I've done this now so many times. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Alright, the first thing is the chair. That would be J. It has to be something about a Jiggy, right? Yes. It is Jiggy. Jiggy? H. D. That's supposed to be a P? No, there's no way. That's not a P. No, it's an E. I was gonna say, that can't be a P. It almost looked like the P character. Jiggy here. That's the Jiggy. That's why they give you flight pads. I gotta go back. The Forest Temple. I missed the Jiggy and the Donkey Kong secret. There's a Jiggy in there too. When you find your expansion, there's gotta be a Jiggy in the area. I'm so glad we got fast travel. This is like one of the best unlocks that we've gotten this entire game. Being able to go back and forth like this to wherever we want. This is so helpful. Alright, what could I have missed in Donkey Kong Arcade? Do I have to kill all the ghosts, maybe? I doubt there's gonna be random Hylian in the stinking Donkey Kong Arcade game. So I don't think we're gonna be having anything like that. I gotta just find the red feather upgrade now, because I found 2 of my upgrades. Pretty back-to-back, surprisingly. Did I get hints for that? No, I didn't. I didn't get any hints for that. I'm gonna try playing this like actual Donkey Kong Arcade. I'm gonna kill the ghosts. I think they're gonna respawn, though. If they do, then this is not as helpful as I would think. Yep, that came back. They are coming back. There's no point. Don't kill them. Give me the feather. Huh? Oh. Okay. So now we just moved on to Mario Bros. And there's my Jiggy. That's kind of cryptic. I didn't think of walking on barrels to an abyss. That just takes me out. Cool. Okay, I'm glad I went back. So now I just need to figure out where to go for the red feathers. Alright, but I got what I wanted accomplished. The reason why I went back to find that secret in general for the blue egg thing is so I can see if this door is open now in Zora's domain. There was a blue door that was locking off where the scrapped fairy fountain was going to be in Zora's domain. So now if I go to where the unicorn fountain should have been, that door I would think now should be open. If this is working as I would think. Nope, it's shut. That didn't work out in the way I thought. How do you open that? It's a blue egg door, so that's why I thought maybe I find the secret. Secrets don't matter. So, am I just pooping? Yeah, that was just as simple as just take a crap. When in doubt, just poop. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. Clever. I can't take the transformation yet, though. That's the issue, because there's a bunch of stuff that Banjo Kazooie need to do to open up holes for the transformation. So I can't go with Mumbo's Pineapple Hut yet. Donkey Kong Country 3. Underrated game in the series. I think a lot of people just kind of sleep on TKC 3. Some people say it's the worst in the trilogy, and I don't know if I would agree with that. It kind of depends on my mood. I love both DKC 1 and 2, but I also really love 3 as well. Like, I just think all 3 games are great. I can't pick my favorite child when I like all 3. It might technically be the worst one of the trilogy, but it doesn't make it a bad game. It's still really fun. I'm trying to think, did I find all the Donkey Kong Country ones now? Because I know I found DKC 2 and that was obviously 3. I don't remember finding Donkey Kong Country 1. I probably did, I just don't remember where. I'll get that on the way back, because I'll take that as a shortcut. Alright, there should be stuff out here I also need to break open, as there's also some little holes I know that the transformation should fit into. I'm trying to think, what did we do so far? We did pumpkin, we did termite, so there should be crocodile, walrus, and bee. Those should be the last remaining transformations that are left. So this could be walrus. No, actually this can't be walrus, because can the walrus even fit in small holes? I don't think it can fit. This might be the crocodile. There's nothing there I gotta break. There shouldn't be anything down there to break. I think I should be good. Now I just gotta remember where all the Jinjos are, because I didn't grab that many. Did I get 2 while I was here? I remember getting the blue one. I'm trying to remember if I got any other Jinjos. I don't think I did. If anything, I probably got 2 at most, but I don't know what the second one would have been. There's one inside of Jabu, which I need a small thing for. I didn't get that. I know about the orange Jinjo. So I got orange, yellow, blue. It's just green, and the purple ones I don't know their locations then. Unless, there wasn't a Jinjo up top, was there? I don't think there's a Jinjo up top on that tree. I hope not, at least. Well, either way, I think everything should be cleared out now for the transformation. So let's go see the shaman who lives under the sea. Such a random thing. But I get it. It's a water level. You gotta put Mumbo in here. Might as well make the SpongeBob reference. Wake up, it's time for transformation. Crocodile. It's supposed to be a Zora, I guess. Mumbo called this Baby Dodongo. Okay, not what I thought. Press B to bite some enemies. It can also spit fire. Go on. Only if you're in lava. Oh! So, we never spit in lava. Although it's kind of funny he says that. You can probably cheat this thing into a different level, and if you do, it's not gonna spit lava. That's just a lie. Alright, so we got crocodile transformation. Although it's kind of weird, I only have 2 feet. I'm a 2-footed Dodongo. You got our feet, MIA. Huh. Didn't think this was gonna be a maze. That's where the rest of my notes have to be then. I have to intentionally take damage to get through this, which is kind of annoying. This almost looks like the maze pattern in Mario Sunshine, funny enough. Like up in the hotel air ducts in Serena Beach. I have no idea why I think it's that specific pattern, but it almost looks like it. It's not the pattern of the maze you get in Gobi's Valley, that's for sure. Thank God I have so many honeycombs. I can't do that one. Now I can. I want the honeycomb. This, like, slow tune, now paying attention of this specific rendition of Zora's Domain. It's so interesting. It's like a lo-fi version of the song. Okay, was that everything in the maze? Minus the health. I don't care about the health. 97, so I'm missing 3 notes, so they can't be here, I imagine. I think I got everything in the maze. So now it's just cleanup time, getting all those Jinjos. Probably a good time, I guess, for the ad break to happen on Twitch, because you're not going to miss much on that front. I'll be running around the level I've already explored. If you want to see it, the YouTube side doesn't have an ad, presumably. One thing I do not like about this transformation is just it doesn't really have much in terms of movement speed. Also, while it can eat, it can't really hurt a lot of enemies, which sucks. Can I even hurt the frog? Because that's supposed to be an enemy in Bubble Loop. Turn off. I did not know you give me 2 honeys. Wait, don't bother. I'm gonna get the honeycomb. That'll fully re-heal me. Max health, because if it's anything like actual Banjo Kazooie, there's not another health bar. No, I can't go under this. But I can go under here. Gimme. Nice camera. What is it stuck on? I had a feeling. I had a feeling that would be my notes. I'm doing all this with the worst camera imaginable. Oh, thank God. New camera angle unlocked. There's why I couldn't find a Jinjo. It's in a green tunnel under the water that you need the transformation for. I would have never found him on my own. Not from swimming, at least. I just need the purple one. Where is the purple one, though? Did I find? I had to have found that in my first visit. I just don't remember where it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna fact check it really quick. I have the Zora's Domain picture open. I just want to see, was this an area I went? Yes, I have to transform back to Baron Bird to get the Jinjo, because it's in one of the huts. So unfortunately, I can't get it right now. Sucks. I'm not going any faster. It's like the same speed as normal. Really didn't feel like a speed increase at all. Oh man, this kind of sucks. I have to transform back. Because it's gonna take me a minute to transform back, but we're gonna have to hike it. Because if I leave the level or if I die, I gotta get the Jinjos again, so I don't want to leave. Or do a death warp. So I'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Just gonna be here a while. I'm a very weird looking Dodongo. Like when Mumbo said Dodongo and I saw the blue on the back, didn't look like a Dodongo for a second. It tried to almost look like a Zora. But now moving around the camera and you can see it better. It's mainly the front. You can easily see that's a Dodongo front because of the texturing. But the Dodongo's normally like green. That's why it's like the weird teal blue color is throwing me off at first. Alright, well, now we're done here. Kind of felt weird to do things out of order like I did. When I got told Boggy was in Lost Woods, I figured let's just leave, because if he's a thing that triggers more events in this level, we would need to leave and come back anyways. Because Banjo Kazooie does that, and Boggy is one of the backtracking reasons, because of his stupid, you need the power in Gobi's Valley to beat Boggy's second race. And then you need the power from Freeze Easy Peak to hit switches in Gobi's Valley. So the game forced you to backtrack no matter what in original Banjo Kazooie. So I'm already kind of accustomed to backtracking in a Banjo game due to just its structure. And when I got told Boggy was somewhere else, I assumed I might have to do something to get him back here, because you'll find him in one location in Freeze Easy Peak, and then he moves to a new location. So I figure maybe there's a trigger or something where you have to like leave and come back. But this isn't like Banjo-Tooie, where you can do a thing in one world and it affects another. Outside of power-ups, nothing else really seems to change on that front. Oh, I forgot to get the Mumbo token here. Ah, whatever, I don't need another token. I'm getting spares here and there, so I should be fine. Oh no. Surprisingly, I didn't hit the water part of the water. I hit the rock part of the water. Great. There it is. The final Jiggy. If we check, 100 notes, 10 Jiggies, all the honeycombs, in an hour, it's not bad. Gotta let the jingle play out before I leave. Congrats, now get the heck out. I'm surprised of how long these levels have been taking me tonight. Forest Temple was very complicated, so I guess I'm not surprised. That took like an hour and a half. But this level taking an hour. Wasn't really expecting that. So we got time for one more then. I'm going to Lake Hylia. Oh, this is gonna be a cover of Serenade of Water. How long is it gonna be then? Because Serenade of Water is like a 30-second song. Trying to figure out what else is in this song. Okay, well, that was completely different. Oh god, to have a water temple. They can't be the whole thing, right? We're just here for the most important thing. We want to go fishing. Looks like that says Lloyd on the bottom. Hey, Blubber. What's wrong now, Blubberbutt? Ooh, Grunty's gone and filled my old fishing hole full of muck and grime. Can we help, Captain Blubber? Not much you can do, but you can find anything while cleaning. It be ours. How dare you make a fishing pond? That's not the gunk I was expecting. This is just hazards. Or at least we get the beautiful fishing music that is from Twilight Princess. Fishing in that game is a nightmare, but the music is not. The music is fantastic. And the reason why fishing is a nightmare in TP is because of just all the crap you gotta do for it. You thought fishing was too much in Ocarina of Time. It is. But the problem with fishing in OOT is just the fish themselves. I really hope for the remake they fix that. I clipped through that rock. Huh. Wonder why I was having a hard time leaving. I really hope they do fix the fishing in OOT. I really do, because the 3D version of Ocarina of Fishing was still pretty bad. It wasn't as bad, if I remember correctly, as N64, but it wasn't much better. There's Turok. So the one we found earlier was Turok 2. That's Turok 1. I'm going in. I'm going out. I can't do anything with that. I got to poop first. Actually, can that even reach? I wonder. If I stand on this twig, it might. You gotta go, because I need to listen. First try. So a couple notes and a Jiggy. Now, do I hold Z and then I randomly get a scale instead? I think I'm done here. I don't think there's any more notes, because I should be able to see them through the whips. But I don't see anything, so we're good. All right, have fun with your polluted waters. This looks dangerous. I'm going in. It won't stop me. I'll take a hit and I leave. Oh, the rendering here is weird. Keep in mind, this is still an N64 game, even though I'm playing the recompiled version on PC. It still has draw distance issues and layering issues at times. Draw distance I'm fixing because I'm using a mod to extend the draw distance past its natural limit. Nothing can be done about the layering, though. That is just a limitation of N64 that can't be fixed with mods. I missed. Well, at least I found a Brentilda. First thing, lure away the lake's crabs and steal their Jiggy. Did it? A shock jump disc is all tied up in the laboratory. And finally, why don't you go and break God as Hylia's heart? Gosh, that's awful! Well, you know what they say. She's not canon anyways. I don't even know. Like, are the goddesses even a thing or not anymore? Guys, keep your story straight. It depends on the continuity. I still find it so weird how they keep on flip-flopping, because there were different writers introduced over time for the Zelda games. So for many years, they used like the 3 different goddesses of like Din, Neru, and Feror, but then they kind of just stopped. going into, like, Twilight Princess. Then they kind of changed things up and they added in a goat god with Orden. But then you go to Skyward Sword and they just completely ditch the 3 goddesses introduced since early times. Like, not even just Ocarina. I think even, like, back to Link of the Past, they were kind of mentioned here and there. It's just, the problem is just having multiple writers over the years. The consistency is kind of a mess. Ask Sonic fans. We know how bad consistency is. Moon, anybody? Alright, I'm gonna go into the laboratory. There's a shock pad here somewhere. Oh, yeah, Dinosaur Planet poster. Interesting. I can't make out a thing on it. I would love, you know, non-compressed looking art. Because the original art of Dinosaur Planet is actually pretty cool looking. But I'm not making that out. I gotta play that at some point, because the beta of it leaked years ago. Like, we have a very playable version of Dinosaur Planet, and it did get a recompiled port. So, it's so easy to play now, because you just play it on PC. Oh, and there's even, like, the warp statue. This is still a Dinosaur Planet reference, but it showed up in the final game, which was then Star Fox 64. That's the warp stone. Oh, and even that's one of the coins, like the challenge coin thing. You use those in the wells in Star Fox 64, and you sometimes get unlocks and sometimes these weird, like, backstory things for Fox, which was kind of random, I'm not gonna lie. Felt like an afterthought. Or you can tell Hylia as a weaker god compared to 3. But the one who made Hylia allegedly didn't like the 3 golden ones. That's what I thought I heard, something like that about the lore, where going in the Skyward Sword, the writing change in particular for the Hylia gods and such, because just some people didn't like the original 3, so they just kind of changed it. Not necessarily a retcon, but they changed it where it's just like they're not really important anymore, which was very weird. That's, like I said, the problem having multiple writers over the years on a franchise, because things start getting a little muddy. Doubly so when you try to keep consistency between a bunch of different games. Oh, there has to be another way up there. Because the shock pad, that's the thing I'm a little confused about. Can I jump up there at all? Like, is there a gap in that ceiling? Yes, there is. Critical mods. Had a feeling that's interactable. Oh, there's my painting for the Gerudo Fortress. So we're going to the fortress after this. More Dinosaur Planet lore over here. Here's a shot of the main character in one of the beach levels, which that was a thing in the final product. It's just heavily modified. Then here is the character they later turned into Fox with Tricky. Because I believe that was supposed to be another character too. I believe the original intent is that you're going to play as the Blue Fox, which later was named Crystal. I don't know if she had a name at the time of the beta build being leaked. And then there's this other character that looked very much like Fox McCloud, hence why they shifted to make it a Star Fox game because of Miyamoto's comments back in the day. And I believe you're supposed to play as that character as well at some point. I think you were supposed to like flip-flop between the two. And there's one of the spirit statue heads. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head right now. And then these are like the sharp claw symbols. Those obviously were in the final product. Okay, where's that whip? I need to take a poop on it. Here it is. There, now I can get back up here without going through the whole lab. Light pad. Not what I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that must be the Pylia heart thing in question. Okay, let's get this right this time. I'm not gonna jump down, I'm gonna just poop. No, I have to jump down. Oh, never mind. Got it. Mumbo token. Unfortunately, now I gotta go all the way back around, so I'm gonna use that flight pad. Oh. When they said break the heart, they were very literal. Thanks. Just put the Jiggy in the middle of the heart. I thought it was actually gonna crumble. Oh, is that another golden eye, dude? Just kind of chilling on the mountains. I noticed they love chilling on the mountains. That's a fake thing, isn't it? No. It almost looked like the feather was clipping in the wall. That should open up the way to the dungeon. So I'm imagining like half of this world is actual Lake Hylia, and then the other half is going into Water Temple. But how much of Water Temple is the question? Because they made you do all of Forest Temple, essentially. But they can't make you do all of the Water Temple. That would be kind of insane. Plus, there's stuff like this. Like, there's a lot of underwater things. Makes me feel like there could be a transformation here, too. Yeah, before the giant beta water, God! I hope we're not gonna be an overscaled water dungeon. Dear God, the beta of that was insane. Really make me wonder, if that was in the final product, just how long would you've actually spent in that level? People complain enough about retail Water Temple. Imagine if people played the beta version where it was 10 times bigger. And I don't mean figuratively, I mean like literally. The scale of that place was massive. We only saw like the foyer room really, but dear God, that room was big. Oh, I'm glad I'm back over here. I thought I was just gonna get a Mumbo token, but no. Jinjo. So I'm missing 2 now. One of them's gotta be in the water, I bet. The other one's in the actual temple. What am I looking at right now in totals? I already have 50 notes. Oh, I'm like half on everything. Thankfully, because of the draw distance mod I'm using, I can see things from a different distance. I don't think I can toggle that off when it's on, right? No, so I can't just show you the difference of on and off draw distance. It's a on until you turn off the game mod. It's such a helpful thing. It's like, if you're gonna play the Banjo recompiled stuff, use that mod. Especially for the ROM hack stuff, because that makes it so much better. I'm trying to think. The giant leak that happened of all like the Ocarina of Time stuff that we have like the Space World 97 version of the game. That came after this mod came out, because this was 2020. And that whole thing, that was like, what, the end of 2021, I believe? Where the Space World 97 recreation came out, so we had like all the info. Did we even know at 2020, like when this came out, did we even know what Beta Water Temple looked like in its entirety? I don't think so. I think we're still piecing it together. There's no way this is gonna have a Beta Water Temple. But if it did, that'd be horrifying. They just flat out put Water Temple in this. Not the whole thing, 'cause I'm seeing some rooms locked out. But it's enough. Can you raise and lower the water just like Water Temple itself? I highly doubt it, although this game did get creative with the water stuff in Forest Temple. Making you swim on the ceiling and all, and then swim sideways. Seriously, the Forest Temple in this is super cool. Oh, there's a thing there. There's a switch I hit which raises this platform. Let me see if I can do anything with these doors. No, I can't. So I'm gonna need to find a switch if these open. I still love the tiny honeycombs inside these pots. That's just stupid looking. Oh, I like the Banjo Kazooie symbol back there. I gotta check it though, just to make sure it's not a random hidden thing, because you never know. I hear Jinjo. It's gotta be the blue one, if I had to bet. Just topples over. Nice. What is this? Alright. Don't get the reference for some of these pictures, to be fair. A lot of them feel like they're in-jokes, in particular for either the mod's friends or people who are a part of his community, like with like YouTube, Patreon stuff. So I don't get a lot of the specifics, but I gotta appreciate the art. Because it's good art, and it's giving me a chuckle. Oh, hey, Jinjo. There's the yellow one. So I'm just missing the blue one now. Nice spike room. I know you can't do spikes in this, so the whips were the next best thing, and they actually kind of worked out. For the purpose of what that was supposed to be originally, yeah, good call. Oh, there's an air pocket up here. Okay. I don't want to take a chance. I knew it. There was not much of a time to react to that. If I can get on the edge of the platform, then I can probably react fast enough. Over here. Never mind. As soon as you're on the platform, this guy just goes. I need to probably, as soon as he's out, jump back or something, because I don't know there's a safe zone to jump on. Nice. Well, there's the blue Jinjo. I'd seen him on the floor. Missed. I don't like how close that trigger point is. If the platform was a little wider, this wouldn't be as much of a problem, though. Like in hindsight. But you just mash the attack button when you land, you can just roll into it. Or do that, that's probably better. Yeah, I'm not, never mind, that's not really a problem at all. Just rat-a-tat-rap. That's an interesting looking dark like he got there. He became giant crab. I was hoping to fight a dark Banjo, I'm not gonna lie. I know that wouldn't be possible, but man, it would've been cool. Dude. Oh, I hope I have enough air now. It doesn't matter if I die, thankfully, after getting the Jinjo, but I really don't want to die. Dark Lake or Morpha? I don't know. It looked like a dark room for a minute. We'll find out. It could be Morpha. I might be wrong. Why is there a shock pad here? Like, why would you ever use that? I guess that was a hint to say go up, technically, because the room above you was a thing that some people miss. Is that Phantom Hourglass? It is. Again with European box art. There's no Zora tunic for Banjo, so this is kind of a nerve-wracking section. You gotta swim fast. I don't have time to make it out of here. I gotta go up. There we go. Alright, it's closer to go to Morpha, because it's literally above us. So let's go to Morpha, and then we go to where Darkling would be. Boss key? I'm my own boss key, thank you very much. Oh yeah, sure enough, this is Morpha. Goma is boss of Water Temple. Hang on, I thought you were supposed to be the boss in the Decker Tree. And aren't you just that ugly hermit crab with a paint job? Say what you want. Well, you never hit Goma. Watch me. What's wrong? Can't climb onto the ceiling. Doesn't know how to move. There's a glitch you can do in Banjo Kazooie to just clip through the shell. But I have no idea how you pull it off in this. The timing on this is gonna be weird. Actually, wait a minute, I've never done this with invincibility before. Can you just, like... Checkmate. Oh no! That's supposed to be the first boss, but I'm like your sixth! Oh, and you can't go in the shell, so clipping through wouldn't have mattered. Ooh, extra life and another thing under the water. Is that Jet Force Gemini I see? God, that's a game of all time. It's fun, just never try to get credits. You think other rare games about 100%. Never played Jet Force Gemini. Save all the creatures to get the credits. Ugh. A hard game from what I hear. Am I back outside? Yeah, I don't want to be out here. I want to go to Dark Link now. Alright, you heading out? Alright, well, you have a good rest of your night, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. As you get her honeycomb. I can't see. Oh, it's one of these rooms where the platforms are all messed up. Joke's on you, I'm playing 1.0 Banjo. I don't know how you're supposed to do this room normally. Hang on, I gotta try to play this normal. How do you do this? This is not something I can see being done without that glitch. Hang on a second. I'm gonna go look at a video really quick. Because I feel like there's a very specific ROM you need to be using to play this. And if I'm correct on that, I'm gonna be a little confused. Okay, so according to the dev himself, this is what you're supposed to do. You can barely walk up like this by jumping and then backflipping. Okay. So, it shouldn't matter if you're not playing on 1.0 Banjo, because you can probably patch this with a 1.1 ROM if you're playing on an emulator, or on like a flash card, and that would cause that room to be unplayable if you have to rely on the slope glitch from the original release, where you can just climb a slope if you get the jumps right. That was fixed in later revisions of Banjo Kazooie. So, for a ROM hack, you can't rely on that. Alright, let's see who Dark Link is on this. Oh my god, it's just a bunch of random, like, dudes from Click Clock Wood. Like dark elves more than anything else. And that's that. This is such a weird room for this, because it's the same Dark Link room that's in Ocarina of Time, but the fact there's so many Dark Links is why I'm just kind of laughing. Alright, in terms of collectibles, that's everything. We were only here for half an hour, so it's the fastest level we did tonight. So I'm gonna take another warp, and I'm gonna lock Gerudo Fortress at this point. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any more. I feel like that's probably a good stopping point, to be fair. But I do at least want to unlock the next world, because then we can just warp to it. In terms of how many notes do we have? We have 700, so we do have enough for some hints on more collectibles. So I should probably go back to Castletown first. The only thing that's kind of annoying about doing this hidden room every time is that I have to transform into the bomb bag, and then I can access this hidden room. Nice. So every time I want to go look at this museum hint stuff, I gotta do a lot of work. I still have my Hylian up because something tells me I might need it. After seeing the Hylian for hint 2 on the egg, something tells me that's going to be the hint for the others. I had to manually unlock it, that's weird. Found some notes, but you need more to break my spell and pass this door. Yeah, it's this one. I don't care. So that's where I found that, and then the secret Jiggy, that tells me the hint for where it is in that blue room. So I found it. And the third hint is literally spelling it out. So hint 1 is going to be, you know, in English, something you can actually read without a guide. Hint 2 is going to be in Hylian. Hint 3 is going to just be a picture. That's what I'm assuming here. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Hello? What? What? I have enough notes. 640. I have 700. Why aren't they unlocking the hints? Do I have to leave and come back? Oh, don't tell me I have to leave and come back. Because now I gotta get the stupid transformation again. I saw it said in the woods. Does it mean lost woods? There is a extra thing I could do in there? I found the golden feather one, so that's not golden feather. That was the red feather, and I need red feather. That's the last one of the 3 areas. This might have a weird unlock system because of how there's a crap ton of doors in this room. You normally only unlock 1 at a time for like a loading zone. This might not work correctly. Yeah, I was right. I had to leave and then trigger the rest. Yeah, in the field, in the woods, next to the river. I got more Hylian, unfortunately, I gotta translate. I still have the Hylian transcript. So let me get this. This is my last hint because the other one just flat out says, "Go here, idiot." And I don't want that hint. That hint won't help me. If I find it, that is. Problem is, this is squished text, so reading this one's not gonna be fun. Think I can make it out. Shouldn't be an issue. Normally, Grunty Room have 4 doors. The upgrade at the end. I would think this room's supposed to handle the unlock in the same way, but because there's so many extra doors, it might just not work past, like, maybe 5? I would feel like 4 or 5. I don't know, this room just feels weird in general with its setup. Leaving and come back does fix things if you're having an issue like I did. But if that's the case, don't transform out of the bomb bag. Is this gonna be haunted? I think so. The first word is haunted. The second word is that an F? Should be an F. So in the woods, I'm gonna write this on one down. In the woods, haunted forest. Okay. I'm gonna take another warp to get back. It's saying in the woods for hint 1, so that should mean lost woods. And haunted forest. That's the one I'm not sure about. We found something in the Sacred Forest Meadow area, which was near Forest Temple. I'm just gonna make sure really quick because I didn't look up, which is my mistake, probably. No, that was Gold Feather. Oh, crap. I already got that one. I need the other one. It did say something there, right? I didn't get the other hint. Now I get what the hint meant for in the woods and haunted, so I get what that means. So what about the red feather? I unfortunately did not write that down, so I'm gonna have to look at the VOD really quick. Which is easier to do that. So I'll just go back a couple ticks. It was in like the corner of my eye when I got in the room. In the field. So somewhere in Hyrule Field is my last area. Because the other hint would be unlocked at 765 notes. So if that's the case, I'm at how many? 700. I would need to go through a whole other world to get my next hint. Which is technically possible to do. I just don't know if I want to go that far in. For an extra hint I gotta translate in Hylian. This is probably how you get into the Gerudo Fortress painting area, I've had the bet. Yeah, we see the light, so we go in here. And that's Fortress. 14. These paintings are getting pretty expensive. There's the Fortress. Or you get the fight with me. You have to buy the DLC. Oh, come on, I'm already broke as it is, Grunty. Can't it just be an unlock key? Put it in the next patch. She's talking like a Capcom game at that point, because like the late 2010s? Or the late 2010s. The late 2000s, early 2010s, excuse me. A lot of Capcom games were guilty of that. A lot of bees. All for a Mumbo token of all things. What is this? That's the Lake Hylia lab house. Why is that important? Grab is a screen grab anyways, but I don't know why that is here. That feels significant, but we're done in the lake, and there's nothing that house had that we didn't already grab. Well, I'm kind of confused about that. I don't see like anything else I can do here. I feel like that painting is just supposed to be telling you, hey, go in there if you didn't already, for some reason. It's not helpful. Alright, well, we at least locked the fortress, so I can use that warp back and hold now. Now the question is, that hint. I see it! Here it is! Never mind, I was gonna say, that hint was talking about something in the field, but did it mean day or night? It's day. Kong's Banana Horde, it's time for bonus! Anyone expect to play Donkey Kong Country tonight? Because I definitely didn't. Bear and Bird, once were so famous. Now we know that you're the lamest. Jeez, Grunty. You weren't unpopular. Doesn't that make you unpopular too? Yeah, nice one, Banjo. Sick burn. Can't jump on the pad. This is still 3D. I wonder why I'm having a hard time jumping. Cam is a little weird in this section, I'm not gonna lie. It needs to play catch up. Oh my god, there's so many of these things. That legitimately kind of made me jump out of my seat for a second there. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I want to know how a lot of those challenges are working, because, yeah, Nintendo did announce that yesterday, which also leaked right before the Direct, so I guess nothing's secret anymore. But that's the point. I want to know how those challenges work, because a lot of them, from what I understand, are linked to Donkey Kong Bonanza, and it's yet another, like, FOMO thing Nintendo's trying to do with Bonanza, which I am so sick of at this point. They just gotta let that go. I am just so tired, boss. But are those challenges also linked to other games too? Like, weren't they also supposed to be like for other virtual console styled things on the NSO? Like, I haven't really followed much of this, so I don't know. Okay, that hole I guess is just a graphic. Ah, you see when the honeycombs stay down there, that was the hint. And there's my final Jiggy of Hyrule Field. I got this like a pseudo reference to the minecart levels. And that takes me back out into the hole. Oh, okay, so it does have a purpose. Wait, is it nighttime now with that? That was supposed to be a night bonus. Apes, bears, plumbers, elves, and birds. You hero types are all so absurd. I get it. You just don't like characters that unique. It's just Donkey Kong related for now with the challenges. We assume once the events end, maybe be for other games. I hope so. I don't know what it is about Nintendo shoving FOMO events into the Donkey Kong stuff right now, because they've gone a little overboard with doing that to a point now where everyone's getting sick of it. The reception, from what I've understood, with the Emerald Rush events in Bonanza have been pretty positive when it first came out, and the more it continued, the more people hated it, especially with how hard unlocking the rewards have been getting over the past few events. People are just getting sick of them. So I'm just surprised they're just shoving so many FOMO things into Donkey Kong at this moment. It's getting bad. From what I see though, those challenges have like a long time period. It's like what? Through the end of the year kind of thing? Like the time period for it is not like a week. I just want to get an idea of what we have left. We're going to World 8, then 9, and then here, which is the final boss area, I presume, going to like Grunty's lair, whatever that would be in this. I got a pseudo sneak peek because of a bad mod, so I don't want to say it. But it looks like next session of this, I can probably just finish up the rest of Jiggies of Time. Because all I have left, presumably, with what I got in these worlds, shouldn't take any longer than just one more session's worth for this, around like 4 or so hours. So I can see us beating this next week. I hope I'm done with the Hylian translation stuff, because that's the one thing I'm not really a fan of in this mod. It's just all the use of the Hylian language, which it's cool, but then after a while it becomes pretty exhausting. I don't want to keep on referring to all that Hylian. I don't have to go into the Castletown Museum anymore. That's all done, because that was just to lead you to those secret areas. If you find them on your own, then you don't need those hints anymore. So at this point, I don't need to go into Castletown for anything unless I use it as a warp. So that's good. And I'm looking over the page. I still have it opened here for the Jiggies of Time walkthrough. And that's 1, 2, 3, And then the final battle is a whole video, apparently. So, yeah, it looks like 3 worlds worth. Oh, man, I wonder if they're going to do the quiz thing. Yikes, that's going to be a thing if I got to deal with a quiz. We'll see. But, either way. Let's swap to the full cam so we can end this. That was a lot of fun. As always, a really solid experience. I can definitely say at this rate I can recommend the Jiggy of Time ROM hack or mod, whatever you want to call this. For me, it's like a mod now because I'm playing a PC port, but it's normally just a ROM hack. You're playing on an actual console. But either way you spin it, that was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to playing more, possibly finishing it up next week. But with that said, that's it for tonight's stream. We'll be back tomorrow with Mario Kart World's Free Roam. I'm going to be trying to get more of the missions and P-switches and those question marks, all that stuff. I'm going to be getting more of the collectibles in that tomorrow. And we'll be talking a lot about all the gaming news that's happened this week because between all the different events, there's a lot of news to talk about. And in between this stream and that one, I'm going to get a list of all the different things that was announced so I can get my thoughts straight. It's going to be a lot to talk about, so definitely if you want to talk about gaming news, come by tomorrow as we got a lot to discuss. But with that said, that's pretty much it for me for tonight. I want to give a shout out to the El Pure League Sonic Unleashed playthrough once again here. I've been doing this almost every week for a bit, but this one in particular I need to give a special shout out to because it's a very weird situation on the channel kind of thing. It's like the first time I think we've ever done something like this. In the playthrough right now, we're working on getting more of it recorded, essentially, so there's a little bit of a gap between finishing the main campaign and doing all the extra stuff of like showing the levels we didn't play and the DLC stuff. So as a downtime to help us get more of that footage like recorded up on the channel, I specifically, just me, went through all the hot dog missions. Normally in playthroughs, a bunch of us get together to commentate these games and give our opinions and such, but the hot dog missions in Sonic Unleashed are just playing the levels we already showed off in the main adventure, just with a more grindy approach, and it's a very infamous part of the game. Came up a couple times throughout the playthrough, so I figured we'll have a little bit of a filler arc playing those specific levels for a little like mini-series inside of the Sonic Unleashed playthrough. So if you want to check that out over on the OPR League side, go for it, because those videos, even though it's just myself kind of going through some strategy stuff, I'm still also kind of shooting the breeze, talking about a lot of like behind the scene things for that playthrough and some other little like nuggets of information about like Sonic Unleashed and stuff like that. So check it out. The videos are pretty enjoyable, at least to me, as someone who recorded. I can definitely say I would watch it because I made it. But in general, it was received pretty positively. I ran it by other league members before I actually decided to put those videos together, let alone post them. So it was received very positively in the group. People got to see some clips of what I was doing in those videos and enjoyed what they saw. So check it out if you haven't already. But with that said, that's all I got for you for tonight. Again, we're back tomorrow in particular. This was a weirder stream week because I moved Tuesday stream over the Wednesday. So we'll be back tomorrow in particular with Mario Kart. So for now, I think it's time for me to leave. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for our Mario Kart World /gaming news stream. Take care and have a good night, everybody.